right, what up, everybody? Welcome to Patreon. Asshole Army, the gang, the real ones. Hello to every single one of y'all. All right, there's a video that's been going viral. And it takes place in a subway station in New York.
14th Street, it looks like, L.
Might be 14th Street, might be the L. There is a janitor that's cleaning up the subway station floor. And there's what looks like a homeless man that wakes up from a nap and does this.
Sits on the bucket.
Sits on the bucket and then starts taking a shit. So,
oh God!
Pause. The most, first of all, the most New York reaction to anything incredibly wild is just to go, yo! It doesn't matter what happens, there will be someone from New York that says that. Yeah. Someone could punch a grandma, and instead of helping, it'll just be like, yo! You wildin' for that one, bro. Yeah. So what I'm annoyed about this is this. I resonate with the homeless man.
It's a curveball.
Think about this.
Did not see this coming.
Think about this. No. I understand why he's upset. The homeless man starts getting upset at the janitor, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
If I'm the homeless man, I'm like, I'm doing you a favor. You're here to clean shit off the floor. I could shit on the floor, and who would have to clean it up? You. It's your job to clean shit off the floor. I'm putting the shit into the source. You know what I'm saying? It's like when you see the garbage man taking the garbage from the garbage cans and putting it into the garbage truck.
Throw it in the truck.
You just put it directly in the truck. Why are we cutting out the middleman? I could literally take a shit right there.
Because you don't use the garbage truck to clean the rest of the street.
Yeah.
That's the water that cleans the whole
What,
subway
so you throw
system.
the trash on the ground?
So now this motherfucker gotta go. I don't even know where you get water in a fucking subway.
Yeah.
He gotta go
He gotta
wash
carry
that
shit up
out.
the stairs. Fucking find a place to dump it that's safe.
It is what it is, bro.
Well, what else was he going to do? If he was going to shit on the ground, what's the guy going to do? The janitor.
The janitor would have to clean. It's his job to clean the shit. So if I'm the homeless man, I'm looking at the janitor like, bro, I just did you a favor. You attacking me? You making fun of me? I'm trying to make your job easier. You're going to have to clean my homeless shit off of the ground.
Yeah.
Dollar Pizza Doodoo's on the fucking floor right here. You're going to have to clean it.
Not to mention, you're in my house. I'm sleeping here. Like, all of a sudden, you pull up.
Exactly.
Just
Hey,
mopping
hey,
up.
hey,
like,
it's your house, pay rent, motherfucker.
Yeah, they do. He pays taxes, sales tax.
He don't pay no goddamn taxes.
He pays sales
You
tax.
think my
He
man
pays
got
sales tax.
1040
Yeah,
easy?
he got
He
sales
pays
tax,
sales
bro.
tax.
He pays for that.
I'm just saying, there is an argument to be made that he was doing the kindest thing to that janitor. That he wasn't doing anything
not
to
the
make
kindest.
his... I think that's the kind...
The kindness is you go shit somewhere else.
Fam, he can't hold it
Go
anymore.
shit on the train.
Believe me, bro, you think about
Shit on the
it.
tracks.
Yeah, shit on the train. Send it to Brooklyn,
He
dog.
wasn't gonna make it to the train, dog.
Shit on the track.
He wasn't gonna make it to the tracks. He
I've
woke
s-
up
I've
and he was
seen-
like, "I gotta shit now."
I've seen Drew not be able to hold
Hold
that
it,
shit.
son.
Yeah,
Like
but he don't
motherfucker,
shit right here.
almost.
I
There's been
almost
times
shit in
he's
the elevator.
run.
Hey.
Yeah.
Word is born or bond? I don't know. I don't know what the fuck that
Word is born.
Yeah.
Word is born, word is
Word is
bond.
an infant.
Let me tell you something. I almost took a shit in the elevator in this building, bro. I had to shit incredibly bad. I was on my bike. I was going so fucking fast trying to get here. I finally got here. The elevator was on the 4th floor.
No.
Had to come back down to get me. By the 2nd floor, I unbuckled my pants and I unzipped my pants because I was just going to leave the bike in the fucking elevator, run to the bathroom. I almost took off my pants and took a shit in the corner of the elevator in this building. I swear to God on my life.
Bro,
and you know I would have done it.
You know they have bathrooms on the 2nd floor.
Say what? No. When we were ascending in the elevator, when we were at the 2nd floor, I was like, I don't know. I didn't push 2nd floor. I was like, I don't know if I can make it up to the 4th. And I almost took a shit right in the elevator. So I understand what that man's going through. And if there was a bucket for someone cleaning, like we know the lady who's very sweet who cleans the building, I'm not going to shit on the floor of the elevator. That's disgusting.
Yeah. You would aim for the crack a little. In the
If
middle.
I could aim for the crack mark, I would, but I
Yeah.
don't know if I have that type of aim, and I knew it was going to be wet. I knew it was going to be a wet shit.
Yeah.
I would shit into the bucket. I think this man's being respectful.
Son, who has to shit that bad when they just woke up? You held it for an entire bike ride.
You've never been homeless. You ain't never been
Nah,
homeless.
your
You
shits
don't know
get
this,
worse.
like-
Your shits get
Son,
worse
you
the more
don't
homeless
know
you
this.
You're
get.
forgetting how this
Also,
Patreon started, to be honest with you.
Logistically, there's no bathrooms in the subway, so he would have
Oh,
to exit.
he's being
How does he
logistical
get
now.
back in? He didn't pay a ticket.
Exactly.
Are you gonna make him pay to shit,
He
Akaash?
can't sneak back in. Yeah, pay the shit. Pay for something, motherfucker.
Nah, this guy's
you
a
begging
hero,
for
bro.
money. What you doing with it?
Everybody
Yeah.
misunderstanding this guy. He made that guy's job so much easier, bro.
Nah,
Think about how
bro.
much easier he made that
All
guy's
the
job.
times you go and buy a fucking 99-cent Whopper with money you got begging, you can't use the bathroom at McDonald's.
Bro.
You a paying customer.
You're not understanding this. You're not. He's not making it to McDonald's, bro. Also, all of his, home furnishings are next. His
he's got
life
all
is
his
next to him.
furniture. All his furniture's there.
He can't leave his life.
I guarantee you this guy got no fucking possessions,
The
bro.
funniest
Bro,
part
he
though is
does.
like all his clothes look incredibly dirty, and then he looked at the guys like, "You gonna really make me shit in my pants?" son?"
He didn't say that.
Son, he looked at it. He was like, "Come on, I'm gonna shit in my pants," and I'm like, "You already probably smell like shit."
Son,
But that is his only pair of pants, actually. That
the
doesn't make
funniest
sense.
part
He
is
got one pair of pants. He's supposed to shit in them out.
Yes.
You're foul, son.
Yes,
Yeah.
nah, he
You're
should.
foul.
He already
You're
smells
You're
it.
transphobic.
You're a wild boy.
Transphobic.
Yo, you're transphobic, son.
You call him trans now, son?
Say what?
You calling this guy trans?
Yeah.
Wow.
he's trains.
Yeah.
That's what he
Yo,
sleeps
he's-
on.
No, he's
Yeah,
transient.
he's trains, bro.
He's
He's trains.
transient. He's a transient person.
Oh, I
Yeah.
thought like trains, like the subway. Like,
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I was saying trains, yeah.
No, you're transphobic, bro. You
Yeah.
have to understand, this is a trains person, bro. This is a trains person, and you're transphobic. You hate that man. He's trying to shit in the cleanest way possible. Other people walking through that hallway don't want to smell his
Hey,
shit.
bro, you
Let that go right to
transphobic?
the...
Good for you.
Yep. Respect,
you,
right?
bro.
Also, sleeping
Respect.
in the subway, I think, is the best place to sleep.
Why?
Because you're not on the streets. You're not in people's way. Like, the streets is where we live. And then
Okay.
underground in the streets.
You're protected.
Yeah. You're out of the way. Like, you got to...
You
You're
can't
going,
even save it.
You're going underground.
You know
I
what's
see
crazy?
you trying.
This Catholic motherfucker would want minorities.
Oh
under
my
the ground.
God.
Wouldn't he?
I'm saying if they go
my
there
God.
themselves...
What?
If they
And
go
if
there
he was Native
themselves...
American, that's exactly
Yeah.
where he should be.
Yeah, exactly.
Where you would
Shit.
put all the Native
Yes.
Americans, Mark?
Yes, go under the ground. That's
wow.
where... Yeah.
He's
Where he's not, where they're not in our way.
Yeah.
Yes.
Wow.
He's
Yeah.
a native New Yorker, son.
Native
Oh
New
my
Yorkers,
God.
everybody native.
A trans New
Everybody
Yorker.
native got to
Yeah.
be under the ground for you, huh?
Yes.
Wow,
Yeah.
Mark.
That is cool.
That's crazy what this guy
Fucking
just did right
crazy,
here.
man.
What?
Son, that's
Wow.
fucked up, dog.
Oh
How could
my
you?
lord.
Heartless.
What?
How could you be so
my
heartless?
You know what?
Lord.
You know where they get it from?
What?
He's French. The catacombs.
Oh shit. They got a lot of bones underneath
There's
the
a
earth as
whole
well,
lot
Mark.
of bones
Dude,
there,
he's
Yo,
son.
where do you
doubling
put
down
bones,
on
dog?
hating. He's doubling down on murdering people and putting them under the earth.
Where
This
do you
guy's
put bones?
Catholic Canadian, tripling down. Catholic Canadian and French,
My
bro.
God.
Where do you put bones, dog? Where
I
do you
put
them?
bones in bitches. You know, yeah. Come on now, you're acting crazy, dude. Y'all acting crazy if this homeless man didn't do the right thing. This should be the new do the right thing. Spike Lee got this. Is Spike Lee joint. Spike Lee got to make this movie over again, for real. You see Radio Raheem trying to kick him off of his throne? That's his throne. It doesn't look like a toilet now.
That's his pizza shop where he's sitting in.
There it is.
Do the right thing.
Do the right thing. Okay. That is coming through. Mark, stop Googling. Mark trying to find his argument. Mark trying to find his next argument. Stop.
What was the argument?
Be
dog?
wrong.
No, he's supposed to be underground.
We're going to call the podcast wrong. Okay? This episode is just called Be Wrong. Okay? Everybody just gets to be wrong in this podcast.
All right,
And I'm
good.
right about this. Yo, if someone was supposed to take a shit inside, what's up? Someone was supposed to take a shit inside our studio and there was the bucket for mopping, you wouldn't want them to shit inside the bucket?
Absolutely.
That's it.
What about
Someone's in
trash
your
can?
house.
Why not a trash
Go.
can?
Say what?
He can shit in the trash can.
He got to hop his ass up under the trash can? That's
Yeah.
crazy. It's
They
true.
removed a lot. COVID.
Also, the trash cans might not be the hole might not be on top. It might be on the side. So now he got to projectile shit into the trash can.
And how's he gonna get the little plop with the water splash back on his asshole if he
That's
does it in
a
the
good
trash
point.
can? Come on,
Boom.
son.
That is a good point, actually.
Nah, shit in the trash can, yo.
Nah.
No, you shit in the mop bucket because then it's a toilet and a bidet.
Yeah.
You tell him to stick the mop in there
Yo.
and then squeeze the
Yeah.
mop.
And it got
when
cleaning
the water
product.
comes out,
White
it's
made.
good.
Yeah. Just
That's
get white.
it.
Yeah, mop my ass.
Mop that
Son,
ass.
look at the fucking guy's reaction. He looks like a blue collar motherfucker.
Who?
Yo, this guy.
What, the
when
white boy?
No. The fucking mop guy.
Oh.
When this guy starts shitting, he just puts his hand on his head in pure defeat. I
Because
never
what
seen.
you gonna do, bro? You gonna fight a guy who's
He
taking
tries to
shit?
stop him, and then the guy just clearly wins. And then watch this guy. You just now at the end. Go to the keep going. After he just clearly defeated, they're gonna show him again. Just watch.
Oh, God.
Go, wait. This. agony, son.
You can't quit, but you gotta quit. That. But can you go back to the homeless guy? He must be Namibian with them titties, bro. You see them titties? Son, he gotta be intersex. Look at that man. He got the Harveys, bro, for real. Go back and look at them titties.
Oh my God, yo.
Oh goodness, bro.
Yeah.
You look like Housey. He got them Houseies.
Oh,
I will say he looked like he needed it. Like
He need to take a shit.
There's a part like his elation.
he barefoot,
at shitting,
dog.
And there's also a part of it that's decent. Like he didn't pull his pants down all the way. Like how do you pull your pants down when you shit?
You bring him all the way down to the ankles.
I go full naked.
He
but-
protected the
yeah,
dangalang. He's
exactly.
not showing a dangalang. There's kids in the subway, dude. there's women and children.
Yeah.
Yo, there's women and children walking in the subway,
Son, that's
dude.
the wildest thing I've ever.
There's women and children. You're not going to take a shit with your dangalang all out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
That's
saying?
the wildest video I've ever seen.
Yeah, but it's true. Like, you got it. This guy, in a lot of ways, is the most respectful human there.
Yeah.
Nobody else there is asking if he needs toilet tissue.
Yeah.
Nobody else there asking if he needs some paper towel or wet wipe, if you will.
Yeah, he had to duel. He had to do the opposite of convenience. we go to the bathroom. We shit at a club, and there's a guy like, "Hey, would you like a mint?" He had to fight to the death.
He had
with
to fight to take
with a
his
staff.
shit.
With a staff.
It was American Gladiators for a moment up
yeah,
there.
bro. It was fucking Star Wars. You saw him with the fucking.
Somebody gotta add the sound effects. Okay? Do it. Fucking Reddit losers. Do it. Make a good video. Okay? You wasting all your skills on brilliant idiots. We want the good videos too. Okay.
But dude might be appropriating Chinese culture. So.
Oh shit. That's a good point.
Son.
That's a
Oh
good
my
point.
God.
Wait, why?
Well, the
Shitting
Chinese
on the
would have just
street.
shit on the floor.
They would have just shit right on the floor. So he is being Western about it a little bit.
Yeah,
but
yeah,
the
yeah.
fact that they're shitting in public and acting like nobody
Yeah.
should care. That's a great ass point.
Yeah.
Where do we side with that one?
Yup.
Huh?
You
This gonna
be-
be Al soon. You gonna
Son,
see?
Yeah.
you
Once Al
be-
goes full Chinese, this is gonna be you.
You can't talk. You appropriate picking noses in public.
Wait, what?
From whom?
Chinese, they do
Why'd
that
you
shit
say
all
it-
the time.
Why'd you say it like that? You can't talk. You appropriate picking noses.
Come on, Akaash, what you mean,
Pick up
man?
the pieces.
Job, turkey.
Sound like like an airplane.
What was it? You appropriate.
Yo, what just happened right here, son?
Son,
I'll stop reading for a minute.
Al just got crossed. Al might be a Chinese robot, son. I might be a Chinese
His
robot.
Mario
who's
star's
wild
wearing
out.
off. That's what it is. He's got like the little bit where it's flickering.
son, break some sugar. Hurry up.
He's diabetic. You might be full diabetic.
That might be.
Fuck, dude. All right, so is this guy a hero? Is this guy a real New Yorker? Is he doing the best thing that he could possibly do?
Yeah, it's also so
He's
convenient.
a real New Yorker, that's for sure.
Like he woke up and there was happened to be a bucket of water. Like, what are the odds?
Maybe
Yeah.
he thought it was Kismet.
The like he looked and he was like, yeah, like he was probably praying to God.
Hold the fuck on. I'm sorry, Mark. Did you just pronounce kismet in an Indian accent? 'Cause
Yeah.
It's an Indian word?
Yeah.
I actually, yes, I have a bone to pick with
God.
Akash. Yeah,
Yeah,
same
I bet
thing.
you got a bunch of bones. I'm
I'm putting all the Indians under the ground,
Yes, you
Akash. You
are.
hear me?
Oh my God.
Okay, go. But wait, go with your bone to pick. As
Well,
long as we're trashing him for saying
I was looking.
kismet. Did
I
you
was-
hear him say that?
I didn't know what the fuck he said. I was just gonna let it fly.
I got on the phone with the fucking Indian outfit lady.
I
What
didn't
did
even,
she say
I didn't
when
even
she
know
goes
there was.
She goes, "Oh, would you like a pajama?" And I was like, pajamas?" And she was like, "No, it's a pajama. It's our word."
Nah, you say gay too though.
What do you? I don't know how to say it.
Pajama?
Pajama, bro. But like she did
I
it like.
pronounce it pajama.
That's accurate. Yo, that's
Y'all
authentic.
never had
And
your
that's-
parents be like, "Okay, kids, put on your pajamas."
That's authentic.
That's an Indian word. That's a
Yeah,
Punjabi
bruh.
word.
Yeah.
Pajama is
They
an
invented
Indian word?
pajama. Yeah.
Yeah,
I thought
bruh.
that's just how you always pronounce it, pajama. That's how I've been pronouncing it my whole life.
Bro, it's the most comfortable
What did you take
wear,
with
so
you on a
that's why we named
sleepover?
it that.
If you're
Say
going
what?
to sleepover, what'd
If
you
I'm
take?
going to my friend's house, I'm
Yeah.
definitely going to pack my toothbrush, my pajama, and then anything
Hey,
else that I would
what
need.
else?
Yeah.
You
Maybe
switch?
a air mattress.
Pajama? You
This motherfucker
Y'all
never had a
never brought an air
sleepover.
mattress
He
over
never had a
your friend's
sleepover his
house,
whole
bro?
life.
Son,
What a weird way to
y'all
tell
never
us you were
bring
lonely
y'all
as a
never brought
kid,
an
bro.
air
I got no
mattress?
friends.
What
bro.
a strange
Winnebago,
way
son?
to say
You have no friends, son.
Son.
You have nobody.
That's homeschool, bro. His best friend was his mom for the first 19 years of his
But he
life.
still knows how to
son.
sleep over.
Yes, you sound like Mark talking about a movie after he Wikipedia and shit.
Every night he was a sleepover with his classmates. You talking shit on me? This guy had a sleepover every single night.
My mom never
Slumber
no. My mom
party.
never let me sleep over. She never did.
She never let you
No,
have a
because she thought the
sleepover?
church was gonna kill me, put me on the ground, dude. She wasn't gonna risk it. You kidding me?
Son, that's all little Catholic boys do in church is sleepovers.
That's what I'm saying,
true, bro.
But
Sleep
you ain't have a
under.
sleep. You think you bring a full ass air mattress to sleep?
That's the stupidest shit you've
Can I
ever
be honest
said.
with you?
son.
I always had
Ever.
the biggest house of my friends, bro. I'm not sleeping over their broke ass houses, bro. I don't know how they have a little
But did
sleep.
they bring over air mattresses?
Yeah.
Really? People say that? Yo, what, you want
I'm
to
not
sleep?
gonna let no Dominican sleep in my bed.
No, they bring fucking a sleeping bag.
What's this? The
Full-ass
height?
air mattress, bro.
Wait, so they would sleep in an air mattress? The thing they came here
Yes,
in?
bro. No, we had a little trunk. We had a trunk, but I'm not bringing this fucking air mattress over to people's house.
Oh,
you
now,
asked-
now, of course, of course.
I thought I was trying to name more things to make the fucking joke funny. We were making fun of Akaash. Let's get back on
Oh, yeah,
track.
sorry, I got confused.
Okay,
I got
Gizmo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What else? Yeah, yeah.
Okay. What else?
Yeah.
Do you pronounce everything Indian?
Obviously.
Let's go. He never does that.
No, but all Indian words you pronounce with Indian accent.
Yeah.
Every single one.
I'm sure I slip up. I honestly always heard it called Kismet my whole life. So when I
Kismet.
started hearing Kismet, I was like, that's weird.
I didn't know that was
sounds
Indian.
goofy to
Do
me.
you know what Kismet means?
Destiny.
Yeah, when you open presents with Jesus' birthday.
What?
That's Christmas
No.
is the joke.
Kismet? No, no, Kismet. No, Kismet. Kismet means, destiny.
Yeah. But so when white people started saying Kismet, I was like, oh, that's funny.
Bro, there's so many Indian words that we use all the time.
Okay,
you don't
go.
even know about them.
Go, Googling piece of shit.
I know.
You're a Googling piece of shit. Why can't you just think of some words?
He's like,
yeah, I know.
you want me to
Just
tell
think
you a
of some
little
words.
fact right
I have a
now?
computer.
Computer.
I have a computer on the
Close this
podcast.
computer. Close this
I have a
fucking
computer on the
Close this
podcast.
computer.
Now what are some
Bro,
words?
that's what that's the job.
I got 15 computers. You're
I
still
know.
paying attention.
Wow, Alex.
This guy got 75
Really,
screens
Alex?
in front of him.
Wow.
He got a screen behind him.
Wow,
Come on.
Alex always switching the cameras. Wow, this
no
guy.
wonder I malfunction sometimes. Like, come on.
Go back to Gusman. What
Okay,
are the
what
other
else?
words?
Bandana.
Bandana,
Apparently that's Indian. Bungalow.
Bangla,
Avatar.
rap.
Nah, we appropriated that.
Yeah,
we the best at it.
Y'all were doing that back in the
Oh,
day.
pundit.
Oh, that?
Pundit?
Yeah, that I knew.
A political pundit.
Yo,
Guru.
this
You
one's
guys say
shocking.
guru, we
Go.
say guru.
Shampoo.
No, it's not.
No.
Apparently.
There's no
Really?
way.
According to dnindia.com.
There's no way.
Pachuli.
Yeah, I'm
Mogul.
surprised by that one because we don't get to bathe that often out there.
Yeah.
So
What about deodorant? Do you ever have a little bit of that?
there's no chance.
No. Mogul. Karma. That's obvious.
Mogul I knew.
Dingy. Cumberbund.
Wow.
Chutney.
Wow.
Oh, we got a lot. Mongoose. We got to thank these
Mogul?
Indians.
Mogul is your guys' Mogul?
Yeah.
How do you
yeah.
say it? Mogul?
Mogul.
Oh, Mogul.
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 Yeah.
Mogul.
It's not that different.
Damn. You guys been giving us mad words. Thank you, dog.
I didn't know
I'll
that
put
bad.
some notes in. I'll put some notes in the poem. We had an eventful episode this week. I think we had some,
This guy was impressive,
we
dog.
had some good times.
This guy impressed the fuck out of me.
Why do you impress you?
Because I hadn't watched his Twitch streams. I'd seen little clips. The internet hates on this guy.
Right.
So my impression was he'll come here, he'll be fine, he'll be good, whatever. I know he's popped some crazy shit, but that motherfucker can do it for hours.
Yeah.
5 hours, didn't get tired.
Yeah, we did a 5-hour podcast, and I
Yeah.
thought it was genuinely good.
Yeah.
Truly good. He's
No.
engaging for 5 hours.
You made a comment where you were like, at the beginning, you said that he was awkward. Like when he first started like doing broadcasting and like,
Everyday
Yeah,
struggle, yeah.
Like
yeah.
that
When
kind
he
of
was
stuff.
on Everyday Struggle,
I know nothing about like his evolution.
Yeah, when he was on Everyday Struggle, he was uncomfortable in moments, and
Yeah.
I think that was his first time on TV, and he just got better at it.
Yeah,
and it was
'cause
really impressive to see.
Think about it. When he was doing like the hip hop commentary,
Yeah.
he never showed his face. It was just, you only heard his voice. Even though it was on YouTube, it would just have like a montage of the person he was talking about.
Yeah, there is
So-
like time. It does take you time to get better
Yeah, absolutely.
at these things. Like I remember when Charlamagne was first doing what was his show on MTV2?
Uncommon Sense.
Uncommon Sense, yeah.
yeah.
And even when I think it was Charlamagne and Friends, there was some
Yeah,
iteration
Charlamagne
of
and
it.
Friends, yeah.
And then like when he was doing that, he was like, all right, I'm gonna get all the people who are funny on Twitter and Instagram, and we're gonna get them on a show.
Yeah.
And he auditioned a lot of them.
Yeah.
And they just didn't have it.
Yeah.
They just couldn't do it in front of the camera. It's different. When you see the cameras recording, it's like, okay, now it's your time to be funny.
Yeah.
That separates a lot of people.
Yeah.
Like being funny in the moment, we've all done it. But everybody listening at home has also done it. You've been at dinner with your family and your pop says something, boom, clap back, you're hilarious in that moment. It's rare that your family goes, Now it's your turn to be
Yep.
funny. We're gonna eat. You just be funny.
That's what made DC Young Fly so impressive to me because he got on Wild 'N Out the season after I did, and you're salty and insecure, and you're like, yeah, this guy can't do it in real life. That motherfucker did it from day one of the auditions. Had it, got it.
Talent.
Son, even y'all motherfuckers. The episode I was doing good, and then I sat there and I feel the lights and the cameras just like I froze up.
It is different.
Son, Al had a banger of an episode, bro.
Bruh, you were on fire. You were untouchable.
Son, the internet was going crazy, bro.
Yeah, dog.
What they say you look like? They were doing memes and shit with you, where you had all the Infinity Stones.
Oh yeah, and like Steph Curry shooting from the
Steph,
yeah.
Like,
I mean,
read it immediately.
he was just pulling.
compliment.
He was just pulling up from the logo. Nothing like that.
You really did, though. The putting to sleep line was motherfucking perfect.
That was good, and he had that confidence for like another 24 hours.
Oh, man.
Yeah, he got,
Outside the podcast,
Nah.
24 hours, he was shooting
he
shots
got the
at
Mario
everybody.
star. He got the star.
He
Mario.
He did have
Yo!
Yeah.
He did have
He
a
was
star.
invincible,
We
bro.
brought him down to.
have to.
We brought him down to earth,
You
know
have
what I mean?
to.
That's
He was
why-
insufferable.
That's why we brought Ak on. To be honest with you, we need to bring this guy back down to earth. It's crazy. It's too much confidence back there.
Nah, I had birthday cake. That was the problem.
Oh, that's your henny.
Yeah.
Sugar is your henny.
Sugar is my heady.
Sugary bread.
Yeah.
Oh man,
Yeah.
Al, do you think we need to start it out with a little cupcake?
Nah,
before every podcast?
nah,
We
absolutely
need to give
not.
you a little cupcake.
Then I'm gonna be out here looking like Ak.
All right, yo. So let's talk about it. What do we think? Like, do we talk about any of the reaction to this pod?
Yeah, the reaction was overall good, and I think it would flip some people on Act. And I'll tell you another thing.
I think he has a different understanding of Ak than most.
Maybe I do.
I think
I'm 37.
You
I'm
think
not as
Ak's
into
like
hip-hop.
universally hated or
I
something.
don't
on
think
the internet.
universally, but I thought the people that fuck with this pod tend to not like him.
Huh.
Maybe I'm wrong.
Yeah.
You guys are better sense of depth. Y'all are more in touch than me. I don't do brilliant idiots.
Yeah,
I don't
he's
have to
like
talk
popping
hip-hop.
on the internet. Like,
mean,
he
this
has like devoted fans and shit.
And I remember early on he was getting clowned. Like you said, when
Right.
he was awkward.
Yeah,
And Joe's calling him the biggest pussy, whatever. And it's just like, people just didn't like him. So
Right.
I didn't think people liked him like that. And then he came on and he fucking, bro, when he said he didn't put himself in the top 2, I was like, son, you're number 2. It's not even close.
It's hard to be like because what he came up doing was like pointing out all the fuck shit going on, especially in hip hop. And when you're in entertainment, you kind of try to, have relationships with people. And he didn't care to have relationships with artists or anybody. So he's like, nah, I'm call out anybody's fuck shit. So it's like, that's kind of why it was a little bit harder for him. Or he doesn't have like industry friends like the way that most people have industry friends.
But weirdly, like he started putting on so many rappers that like the new guys will fuck with him because they're like, yo, he gave me a shot.
Yeah.
So like he burned bridges with the old generation.
Yeah.
Used that leverage to build a new generation that then fucks with him.
100%.
That's a smart guy, man.
Yeah.
I like that. I used to listen to him back on YouTube before he was even on Everyday Struggle.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I was a fan.
Interesting. Yeah, so he's always had this like hardcore group of fans, and maybe it's right. Maybe it was the kids. It was that next generation.
Yeah.
So he's going to take the next generation and do it. I want to get Rory and Mal on the podcast, yo.
I
mean that
down.
sincerely.
If you, I don't know if we mentioned this, but if you forgive them for whatever has happened in the past, I'm with it. Let's go.
If he forgives him or for what he said about him.
I forgive them for what I've said about them.
Yeah.
I forgive them for making me say those things about them.
We don't need to get into it. But
I forgive them.
it was-
Why was you dressed like that? You know what I'm saying? Why was
You were
out
asking
so
for
late?
it, you know what I
You
mean?
were basically asking for it. Why were you at that party with Cosby?
You know what? I
You know what I
forgive
mean?
you. Cosby forgives you.
Yo, why was you there? You heard the allegations too. How many girls you need to come out for you to not go to the Cosby party? Right? Right?
No, you're right.
know.
Hey, you
You
got
know
a
what
good
I'm
point,
saying?
bro. You can't argue with the logic.
There's logic there.
Hey, there's no holes in the argument whatsoever.
What's going on right now?
I don't
What
know.
am I saying?
I don't know where you
Did I just
transitioned
incriminate
to.
myself? What am I saying? Am I defending Cosby?
I don't know, but I'm with you. Hey, we go down together, bro. We go down together.
I started out with a victim blaming joke on Rory and Mal,
Yeah.
and somehow it turned to defending Cosby. What's in this? Quaaludes?
Yeah,
You still got Henny? You
What
still
am I
got Henny in that
drinking?
shit?
I got XO in the cup?
Yeah.
This is crazy. No, but I would seriously like to do a podcast with them. I think it would be funny.
I would love it.
Because I don't have any animosity for them. I think that there's things that it'd be cool to see them own up to, right? And what? Oh, our sign went off? The sign don't want to be part of it.
Yeah, son.
The remote's in the tray.
Where's the remote?
In the tray.
It's in the tray, yeah. But I don't have any animosity towards them. And I think that there's stuff that they can be held accountable for, and there's stuff that we can be held accountable for, and then we just have a fun podcast.
Sure.
Yes.
Is that crazy or what?
No,
I
let's
don't think
talk
it's crazy
it
at
out.
all. I personally think podcast beef is stupid. It's WWE. It's fun. It's entertaining. But like, I could do way cooler shit if everybody just got along.
Yeah, let's
Way
do
cooler
some
shit.
cool shit. Let's have fun.
Bruh, we always talk about how New York doesn't have a podcast scene like LA, and
Let's
they're
make
not.
it.
They're not comics, but they got big followings in New York. We could do that.
Yeah.
I mean, unite, talk some shit. Mm-hmm. What? You were laughing?
What's up, Mark?
Say some shit.
No, you were saying that they're not comics, but I mean, some people in LA aren't comics either. You know what I'm saying? They still build the scene. Like we can all.
Pow.
We can all build the scene.
Mark, shoot academics out this
Say who.
motherfucker, yo. Hey, keep more academics. Pop
Mark
shit,
taking
bruh.
that act technique,
Yeah, I like
shit
it.
all over the old heads. You can come up with the young buckaroos.
Yeah, that's it.
It's who's not a comic out there?
Yeah.
They got a podcast. Take your
Mm.
shots, son.
No, I gotta think. I gotta think.
Stand in your words, bro.
Yeah. I mean, Logan Paul's not a comic.
Oh god.
Wow.
You
wow.
didn't
He
expect-
moonwalking, bro.
Yeah, he is. He is.
Come on.
Yeah.
Don't wiggle out of this one.
Hey, I'll tell you-
Say
Oh, what
who
about
you think-
his co-host? Who's a comic?
Oh, Mike
Oh, yeah,
Malak?
George
is a
Nah,
comic.
Mike Malak's not a comic.
George Jenko's a comic.
No,
He's a
that one.
comic.
That one.
Yeah, he's a comic.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
what's the question?
Why are you laughing when you say he's a comic?
Yeah, why are you laughing?
What's funny about that?
He's a stand-up comedian. He's funny. I don't understand.
Yo, Mark got the palms up.
He's a stand-up comedian. Sometimes.
It's so funny.
What
You
time
have
is it
a
on the
tell,
podcast?
son.
What time is it on the podcast? Right now we've been recording
10
for how
minutes.
long?
11
10
minutes.
minutes.
Okay, we're gonna call when Mark does that Psalms 11:05. It's gonna be Psalms and whatever time.
Psalms
the podcast-
11:05.
Yeah, Psalms 11:05. We got that, Mark. Oh, Al has some smoke from Mark. Mark
Wait.
gonna get all the action today on this
Let's go.
fucking
Let's
too.
rock. Let's
Al
rock.
came up to Mark. He said, "Yo, why is your religion killing Native Americans in Canada and burying them in the place that they killed them at?
I
Whoa.
did say that.
Yeah.
You are Canadian too.
And
Yeah, that's true. French Canadian Catholic.
Why would y'all do that to Native Americans?
Look at that, serving plates again.
Yo,
serving plates again.
Well, what did they do? You gotta explain it to
Oh,
everyone.
what did
What?
they do?
Yeah, explain it. Some people that don't know.
What did they do?
There's some people that don't know.
Mark knows
Motherfucker who Googles everything. He knows every.
Well, I know.
Mr. Wikipedia.
That was good. You clearly have
I
no
know.
idea, but that was a good.
Yeah.
Oh, this motherfucker Googles everything. How I gotta know? He should know.
What did
Yeah.
they do? What did they do?
Repent,
they killed Native
Mark, this
American
is your
kids.
time.
Nah, it's the burden is on you guys to explain it.
No.
I know what
Oh,
they did,
wow.
Mark.
What's the accusation?
You already
so
said
you
it.
hiding the killings of your people, son? You're really hiding the murders.
Bro, what
Why
murders?
Canadians
That's
gotta be such
accomplice.
pussies about their shit?
That's
At least
accomplice.
Americans were like, yup. And Columbus Day. You know what I'm saying? Like, we doubled down. We're like, who murked them? That guy? Statue. 59th Street. Other neighborhoods.
Yeah.
Like,
You're right.
we doubled down on our shit. Y'all just buried the kids in the fucking backyard
Yeah.
of the school to make some room for the white kids to go to school there.
Yeah.
Because Catholics don't believe in birth control. That's what happened. Catholics started having so many fucking kids. We're like, we didn't make some room.
Yeah.
Hey. Yo, that's fucked up. That is fucked up, bro.
Yeah, Mark, you fucked up, son.
So can you tell us why the Catholic Church decided to do that? Why would they kill kids instead of fuck them? Can you tell them?
Yeah, we do it right over here, at least.
At least they still alive. At least everybody has some fun.
Shit.
No,
Yeah.
do you think they fucked them first and then they killed them so that they didn't spread the word
Oh,
or do dances
yeah.
to make it rain?
Yo,
mean, that would
you
make
think
sense.
they're sad about natives spreading something? Come on, bro.
They be spreading the most, bro.
What do they spread?
Viruses.
Who?
Yeah.
You smallpox? Son, like they spread everything. Son.
Y'all
That's why
spread the
they're not here.
smallpox.
We didn't
They
spread
caught it.
Son, we did. It was hot potato, and they didn't know the game.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like we were like hot potato. We threw it to them, and they were like, "Ooh, this kind of hot." They just held on to that bitch.
Yeah.
But they spread it amongst themselves, and then they died.
Yep.
Also, that might not even be true.
Really? I was just about to say what a good tactic it is. Like, I was just about to compliment white people.
It might not have even been true, bro.
Okay, what do you know?
I'm just saying, it's not like white people came out here like, yo, let's just fucking give them blankets. Like, that might not be true.
What do you think happened?
I think they were cold, bro. You ain't seen pictures of them wearing clothing. How many pictures of them were they wearing clothing?
Yeah, feather
right?
never kept me warm. If I have a feather, I'm freezing cold.
It's feathers, bro. They were putting feathers on their heads and shit.
And they do wear cloth.
And they do wear
Loin
cloth. So we're like, yo, this makes you more.
Why don't you get the cloth for the whole
warm.
body?
Yeah.
Wrap the whole body
What
in
am I
cloth.
supposed to do? Take a motherfucking, what is it called?
To North Face?
Peach? What is it called?
Huh?
Come on, son.
I don't even know what it's
Come
called.
on, son.
Peach?
Come on, son. Come on.
Peaches? What is the fucking shit called that we gave them?
Smallpox.
Smallpox, not peaches.
Peaches.
Probably gave them peaches. So we gave them smallpox. We gave them blankets so they could stay warm.
And
Right?
then you guys just happen to have smallpox.
We
on.
happen to have smallpox. We're some dirty motherfuckers. Are we not dirty?
Y'all are dirty.
Okay. I don't know if it was as nefarious as, hey, yo, you got smallpox, why don't you go sleep
I
with
was
that
just
blanket?
about to say that's actually such a good war tactic. Like, you don't want to lose your people. So what's the easiest way to kill the other side without losing our numbers?
Leak a virus out of a lab.
Who would do such
Just
a
about
thing?
to make that connection.
Who
So
would
can we
do
hate on
such a
China
thing?
really?
Yeah.
Can we hate
I
on
know
China
Alex not
really?
hating on China. I know
Yeah,
that for
wow.
damn sure.
I mean, you can be mad at them.
I'm with
but
the
can
winning
you hate
team,
on
so
them?
right now, Team America. But if we start slipping, hey,
You're going to just run on over there, bro.
What
Hey.
makes you think they
Son,
want you?
Yeah, they don't want
yo,
you.
America don't want me.
I might be back. Son. Someone check under the desk. He got a granola bar. Listen, that's a good ass point. If we are about to go into this war, we need to start treating minorities in America better because we gonna need the numbers.
Hell yeah.
Come on now, that's a good ass point.
Yup.
Because they could come, yo, y'all don't want me. So if I'm gonna have to choose between people who don't want me, I'm
Oh,
gonna choose the
fuck.
winner.
Fuck.
That's a fact.
Oh my lord, bro.
We
That's
gotta
a
not
fact.
be racist to save America.
Interesting. Interesting. Oh, talking about that shit. I want to talk about the running girl.
First, can you explain what they did to the Native Americans?
Oh.
What did the Canadians do?
Oh,
Everyone.
do your Google,
Oh, he
Smart.
brought
Someone
it
explain
back.
it.
I
Yeah.
thought he was gonna let it.
No,
let
because I'm ready
the
for
heat
it.
off.
No one has an explanation.
Those kids died.
Hey,
in
Palm
Catholic hands.
1622.
Palm 1622.
You don't seem ready, bro. You do your Googles on everything
I
else.
Googled it.
You're
So
an
they
academic.
they had
You love your Googles.
They had resident schools,
Yes.
which were like basically concentration
Paid
camps,
for by who?
paid for by the government,
Yep.
but ran by the church.
Why? Why was it ran by the church?
Because the government didn't want to deal with that
Because
shit.
those are the only schools that were alive in the 1900s.
That's not true.
That's
That
not
is
true. What are you
There was
talking
no,
about?
there was no
Not true.
public schools in the 1900s.
Yes, there
They were
were.
all religious
talking about?
vocational
Yes, they were.
schools.
Where the fuck did Abraham Lincoln go to school? Where'd he go to school?
An evangelical Protestant school
No,
in
he
America.
didn't. No, he didn't.
Wait, where did he go?
He went to PS9. He went to PS9, son. Okay, go on. I see what Mark trying to do. You don't think there were other religions that were operating there in
No,
Canada?
there obviously were. There were
Okay, so why
Protestant
did Native
schools.
Americans die in there? in those
50%
schools?
of the schools were Protestant schools.
Okay, and then the other 50%?
Catholic schools.
Okay, so what happened to the Protestants? Why did they kill Native Americans?
They also died there.
No, they didn't.
Yeah, they did.
No, they-
Not as
They
big. Not
literally
as big
did it.
numbers.
Bro, there's stories.
You capping right now.
No,
son.
you are capping,
Nah.
bro.
I'm
They
not.
didn't die
What
there.
stories?
They literally looked
Oh,
at
suddenly
all the
you Googled
Protestant
this,
schools.
huh?
I did Google it.
They
When?
looked at all the Protestant schools. There was not a single Native American boy or girl death in the Protestant
Not
schools.
one bone under.
Not a single Native American bone.
Not even like a knuckle. Nothing.
No bone, no scalp, no nothing.
The Catholic
true.
ones had a fucking catacombs underneath it with all them
Son,
goddamn
that
Native
is
American
true.
bones.
That is
You
true.
have to admit there was more in the Catholics than there were in the Protestants.
Yeah, a lot more. We do
Okay.
numbers.
What?
That's what I'm saying.
But
Like,
why were you killing them?
Yes.
why were they dying?
Because you killed them.
Why? How'd they get killed?
From fucked in the mouth. Yo, death through fucked in the mouth. That's not. He said, Jesus Christ. Don't say that.
That gives them powers, bro.
Yo,
They get charged up.
That's the last thing they heard.
That's their granola bar. You get birthday cake, they get Jesus Christ. That's their spinach.
That's
So,
the last
Mark,
thing
can
they
you tell us
heard.
why?
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
was the last thing they heard.
Yeah.
So we
Why
still
what?
waiting.
Why what?
Why were your people killing kids?
Y'all got the craziest shit with kids.
Yo,
bro.
you got a
Son.
bad history with kids.
Kids, fuck kids, bro. Come on, man.
You try to drown them off rip with the, what do you call that? Not baptism, the confirmation or whatever.
Oh,
What's
yeah,
that shit
baptism.
Michael Corleone went to in the
baptism.
Godfather?
Baptize. You had it
baptism.
right. Yeah.
That's a good ass point. You try to drown the kids. If they make it past the drowning,
Yeah.
then you touch them. And if they get past that, you kill them.
I will say the Greek Orthodox are the best at the baptism, though.
Why?
Because they do full dunk. They do the full dunk.
Like an
rope.
Oreo cookie.
Yeah, upside
Y'all
down.
don't do full dunk?
No.
No.
You do
Also, who full dunks an Oreo cookie, you monster?
What? You don't full dunk?
What?
No.
Not to the fingers.
Get the
but-
fuck out of here,
I don't
son.
put my fingers
Not
in
to
the
the
milk,
fingers.
fam.
Son,
Not
you
to
Put
the
your fingers in
oh,
the milk.
all of a sudden now your fingers are dirty, son.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. I don't put my fingers inside the milk.
Yeah.
A little, just the tip.
Yeah, the
Nah,
tip. You
dude,
gotta,
no.
you
Nah, dude,
gotta
you're
dip the
crazy.
whole cookie.
Nah.
And then
do
you
it
gotta
just
see
like
the
Achilles
you
got
gotta see
dipped
the
inside
bubbles
river.
come up. You gotta see the bubbles come up so it absorbs some of the moisture. Come on, son. Learn.
Nah. You're crazy for that. You're crazy.
Son, how you eat an Oreo?
Honestly, I take a fork, I stick it in the cream, and then I dick the fork.
No wonder
into
they
the
kill
water.
kids.
I can't believe he just said that.
He just used a
What?
fork with the Oreo
Because then
and
you
milk,
get full
son.
submersion, and I don't get my fingers wet. It's actually a perfect compromise. You guys would really learn a lot if you try it.
It sounds like a good ass compromise. to be honest
No,
with you.
this is just like a TikTok hack. That's all
Yeah,
it is.
right.
You found a fucking TikTok hack on how to eat an Oreo cookie.
That's what I prefer. I don't like my fingers getting all in there because I know
Exactly.
that's just mad
I
gross.
can't believe you dip your fingers into the milk, bro.
Son, I
That's
can't believe you
repulsive.
don't. I can't
I
believe
don't
you don't.
dip to the fingers, but it does make for a better product.
No,
and it's
because then
weird
it
that
starts
as
to crumble
dirty
and
as you
fall
are,
apart.
But if you have a fork on the cream, then
son, it's one bite.
Yeah.
What, you nibbling on an Oreo? Son? Fuck out of here,
yeah,
bro.
fucking
I
chipmunks.
do like
sandwich?
multiple bites of a soft Oreo. I do like that.
Oh yeah. Come
But
on.
then dip the part, eat the whole thing, and then dip the neck. You know what I mean?
All right, fine.
That's
Catholic
strategy.
priests had the same
How'd we get
conversation when
off
they were
this?
talking about baptism.
Yeah.
They were like, "You do the full dunk."
All right, so can we just have a little bit of a conclusion here?
Yes.
Your argument is, yes, we killed the Native Americans, but everybody was killing Native Americans.
No, they died from disease, like how all the other Native Americans died,
But
and the
why
church covered it up.
And then the Protestant church didn't.
They also covered it up.
Then why did so many more die with the Catholics?
I don't know. More disease in that part of Canada, I guess. I don't know.
And nothing to
Convenient.
do with nothing to do with the church, you think, up there?
I don't think they were actively killing kids.
You
If that's the
don't?
question.
You don't?
No.
You think they're actively fucking them?
Yeah. Come on, buddy.
Wait, hold on. You don't think there were priests actively fucking kids in Boston area, maybe?
But that's not the 1900s.
But
No,
I'm saying,
That was in the 80s.
if that's
A much more
possible-
civil time period.
If that's possible,
Yeah.
and it was covered up, don't you think it's possible they were also killing them and it was covered up?
I mean, it was literally covered up. It's underground.
Yeah, they covered it with dirt.
I don't see what the incentive would be to kill children
What's the incentive to fuck them, buddy?
because they're pedophiles.
Well, maybe these are kid murderers.
Yeah.
And it also wasn't all diseases. There was like some malnutrition. There was
Yeah,
some
of course.
abuse.
Yeah, they were
so
in
it's like,
Saskatchewan at a vocational school.
What
Okay.
does that have to do with anything?
yeah.
Like this is like in the middle of like the Canadian tundra.
Yeah, but what
So
does
that makes it
does
okay?
that justify it?
Yeah.
No, of course, but there's gonna be malnutrition and dysentery, and kids dying.
Just native kids though.
Just native. Where the white bones at?
Yeah.
White kids died, but those were schools for Native Americans, and they were underfunded by the Canadian government.
So now it's on the government.
Yeah, it's always been on the government.
Well, why don't you ask God for some help? You got the direct connect, right? Like, why you calling the prime minister when you got the real, the man?
Yeah.
Yeah, he didn't come through. I don't know why he's busy.
Because those natives didn't believe.
He was busy covering
Yeah.
up the kid fucking.
How much dirt y'all need?
How do you know that didn't come from God? He wasn't like, yeah, cover it up. Like I gave you dirt for a reason.
Oh shit!
That might have been God's
Oh,
solution.
wow.
I don't know if it was. I don't know God's providence, but it could have been his solution.
Oh shit, Mark. I mean, he's kind of wiggling himself out of this. I'm
Yeah,
kind
it's
of
a
impressed.
hard one to wiggle out
It's
of.
a
so I-
hard wiggle. It's a really hard wiggle.
Well, I pray for all the dead kids. You know, I feel bad
Yeah,
for
of
them.
course, it's terrible what
fucked up
happened.
what their religion did to
Yeah.
those kids, bro.
I don't know where in the religion it dictates that.
I'll
Maybe
be
in like
honest,
a hidden book.
if I'm gonna defend the Catholic church in this one, no, if I'm gonna defend
That
it,
seems fun. Let's do it.
yeah. Like who do I tell? Like who do you want me to tell? Like if a kid dies, who am I supposed to tell?
You tell the government, they go, yeah, that's duh.
yeah.
The government wants all the kids dead. They send them there to assimilate. They don't give a fuck. They don't give a fuck like the American government and every
Whoa,
other
whoa,
government.
whoa, whoa, whoa! We're talking
Yeah.
about y'all. Don't bring us into this shit.
Australian government,
Don't-
every
don't-
government with indigenous people that showed up post 1600s, they don't give a fuck. They want them dead, but they can't kill them all, so they have to send them to vocational schools and just hope they die.
Oh.
Oof, vicious.
That's what, every government.
So why would you take on that responsibility?
They didn't have a choice. The government said, "Hey, you have to take these kids," and they go, "All right, fine."
The church don't have to listen to nobody, bro.
Yeah,
church is
listens
stronger
to
than
God,
any nation.
son. Church listens to God,
Separation of church and state. I don't gotta listen to you.
bro. I don't know if Canada got that.
Yeah,
Whatever.
They
Let's
didn't have it till
pretend
the
they do.
1900s, which was when a lot of the kids died.
That's not a real thing. He made that up.
That's true.
All right, who gives a fuck? You kind of wiggled out of this one. I'll be honest. It was pretty impressive. It was very good.
Because I did my Googles, bro. I was
it was good.
Googling.
It was good.
I made up
Okay.
a lot of that. A lot of that's made up. They definitely killed a lot of kids.
All right, fair enough.
But yeah, I made it up. I made all that up.
It was convincing.
It was good. It was good. It was actually really good. It made for a much more boring segment. But, it was accurate and good.
But at
and
least
I
I'm
really
going to
liked it.
heaven. So
Yeah, you are going to heaven.
Yeah,
You are
I think
going to
I'd say
heaven.
worth it.
Where are those kids going to? They're going to grow into a tree or something?
Purgatory.
Maybe they're just trying to send them to heaven, these priests.
Yeah.
Like, as a
Gary?
kid, you're so innocent and pure. You can't possibly
No
be
original
hell-bound.
sin. Boom. Straight to heaven.
Straight to
Free
the
shot.
source. Wow. Okay, let's talk about Sha'Carri Richardson.
Okay.
If you guys don't know who Sha'Carri Richardson is, you know. I don't have to explain it. But she's basically the sprinter that got popped for smoking weed.
Yes.
And she is not allowed to compete in Olympics this year. She's not allowed to compete in the 100-meter dash or 100-yard dash. What is it? Meters?
100 meters.
100 meters?
Yeah.
When you
And
say it's a
also-
dash, it sounds way less impressive.
It's
Yeah,
a
that's
little
what it
dash,
is.
bro. Like, also, she's not going to compete in the relay.
And this was, she was left off, not because of suspension. Her suspension's
choice.
up, and they left her off the 4x100 relay.
The 4x100, not the 100.
Right.
Because I think a 1 month suspension, so she could have made it back for the 4x100, but they decided not to have her on. Now she is the fastest woman in the world, 6th fastest woman in history, so she is like a lock for gold medal. Could definitely have helped the relay as well. So interesting thing here. There's two discussions I think need to be had, and I think they have to be had separately. First is it ridiculous that weed is illegal?
Yes.
Yes. Yes, it's stupid. It is not a performance enhancing drug in any way. If anything, it can hurt your performance. If you're ingesting smoke, let's say she's smoking it, right? That would probably hurt your performance, especially in a cardio-based sport, right? Not so much for a 100-meter dash, but it's not going to benefit you. Like smoking, actual smoke, having smoke in your lungs is not going to allow you to breathe better, right? Maybe marginally worse. But that being said, there's no enhancement that comes from weed.
But I've actually read an interesting thing on this.
Okay.
That like there's some sports.
Now he read.
There's some sports that they don't allow beta blockers, which basically like lower your blood pressure and your like cardiac rhythm. And that like in certain sports it can actually help you like focus, like relieve tension, relieve stress, and can actually improve performance. So like I mean, there's like random sports where it's like darts, like snooker. Like I don't know if there's an actual
None of those sound like sprinting.
Think about middle
Linked to
distance
sprinting?
running, where it's about weed as an anti-inflammatory or something that keeps your head or your mind in a certain state, or long distance running. Like I know someone who runs marathons high as fuck.
Yeah.
So you're talking about whether it's you're smoking a couple puffs to get high. It's not like you're chain smoking while
But that,
running.
again, is different than sprinting.
or if you do an edible.
Exactly. But then you can talk about having weed in your system
Let's-
before a race or during a race.
But to say there's no benefit, I think might be inconclusive. But
agreed.
I think it's
It is. There's no more benefit with THC than there are like the things that you can consume that are barely legal.
Right.
Right. There are things that are almost steroids that you can consume.
Right.
They're not steroids. They found a way to get around it, but they could do similar things to it, and you can use it. Right. All these protein powders and all this stuff that people are eating, they're going to give advantages but it's not illegal. It's synthesized in this specific way, and it's not changing your genetic makeup, but they're giving you some
And
advantages.
to your
whatever.
point, the only notable suspension is for steroids or for weed and not steroids. All these Olympians, they're not popping any of them for steroids. We know they're all doing them. And then weed is the one thing that he
Well,
pops
no,
them with.
I wouldn't say that we know they're all doing steroids. I disagree on that.
We can assume a decent number of them are. Let me walk that
I
back.
would say
to you.
no. I would say no.
I would say yes.
Why?
Because most high-level athletes are doing something.
And
If
then
they're
they get
doing it
popped.
to ride the fucking bikes in France, then everybody cheats.
Or at
Every
least they're trying
NFL
to
player
find
is
a
on
way
some
to.
shit.
Yeah, I guess I would say I do believe in the Olympic testing, the USADA, and I think it does catch people. And when they have been caught, they've gotten their medals removed or they've gotten suspended, like
no,
what
that-
happened with
Yeah.
Russia.
I don't think they're intentionally neglecting steroids, but then trying to crack down on weed.
Right. So we're going too far off this. The reality is you're not going to get advantage with weed. Let the fucking athletes smoke weed. Weed is legal in a lot of states. It's not federally legal, but still let them smoke weed. And my issue with this whole story is that like the legality of weed and whether it's a performance enhancing drug has kind of blended into this other conversation of whether or not she should be suspended for the weed.
Yeah.
And here's the thing. She should. She made a mistake, a monumentally idiotic mistake, but she knew the rules. She decided to break the rules. And it's not like it's an immoral rule. Like when Martin Luther King decides to break an immoral rule, that's something we fight for. Weed being illegal is not immoral in any way. You want to get high. You want to party, or you want to relax, or you want to focus, or you wanted your muscles to calm down. Whatever you want to get from that thing, you decided to risk your gold medal. And you knew you were risking your gold medal when you did it. And here's the thing. Not only did you risk your gold medal, you risked millions of dollars. Maybe you want to fight for leukemia. Maybe you want to fight for kids' schools in fucking Canada, Catholic kids' schools in Canada. You could use the millions of dollars that you would have made being the gold medalist, the fastest woman in the world, the front of the fucking Wheaties box, all the fame and fortune we got for whatever causes that you wanted, and you risked that to get high. Not to mention, every one of the people that you're competing against didn't smoke the weed. They sacrificed the weed smoke. So people are going, oh, she shouldn't be left off the team. Yes, she should. Yes, she should. She knew the rules. Every one of her competitors that she competes against decided not to do it. The fastest sprinters in the world are from Jamaica. If they cannot smoke weed, you cannot smoke weed.
Yeah.
I mean, let's be honest here.
And when, like, to the point of removing her personal responsibility from this, if you're telling me you smoke because you're coping with depression, anxiety, if your mom's like, cool, I can understand that. You can also get around these tests pretty easily. Yeah. That's my thing, is like, we're all acting like, again, I think we can assume a decent number of athletes at every high level are doing steroids, performance-enhancing drugs, whatever they're doing. Yeah, they all get around this. It's a very easy thing to get around. They want it to be easy to get around. That's what I was kind of insinuating earlier. Gotcha. They want it to be easy to get around because it makes for a better product. They don't have to crack down super hard. They can say they will, but I want the fastest sprinters. I want this girl there. How the fuck do you not take something to rinse out your system? Everybody on earth can be. I know a guy fucking on parole beating drug tests. Just taking other people's piss in or whatever they do. Yeah. This is the Olympics, bro. This is a gold medal. This guy doing it to go to St. Louis, whatever the fuck. You know what I mean? Like, you can't do that to compete for a gold medal?
Yeah, but you don't think the standard is more strict for the Olympics than like a employee drug test?
There are a lot more resources to get around it. Whatever they are. There are a lot of resources to get around drug tests. Smoke weed, by all means.
I mean, we're talking about maybe the most iconic event of the Summer Olympics.
Yeah. And she is a fucking star.
Yeah. And leaning into the stardom. I mean, the hair, the nails, it's amazing.
Yeah, she has the look, the
talking
attitude.
that shit before she crosses the finish line.
The confidence, the bravado.
Woo!
It's like you're looking at a superstar.
Yes.
You're looking at the next track superstar for America, a country that loves track.
She got that Usain Bolt thing where she just fucking knows she's the best, got the crazy confidence, and then talks this shit and then does it.
And she made the decision. And listen, this doesn't mean she's an idiot. We all make mistakes.
She's also 21. Like,
that's not an excuse for me. That's too old. If she was 17, I'd be like, okay. 21, you're 21. You're an adult. At what point are people going to become adults?
Yeah, but like my leniency for someone making a mistake at 21 is greater than at 31. You know what I mean? Like, this is her first Olympics. Like, this is her first time being in this kind of setting.
Your first Olympics, like, you should be on your P's and Q's even more. I don't give the excuse for 20. That's just me, personally. It's like, you're old enough to know. You know what I mean? If you're 16 years old, okay.
I mean, I agree. Like, I think she should know, especially because I think people are also like, oh, I'm just like her. Like, she's just a girl that, like, I think people are looking at it like a high school track meet. Yeah. Like, you're not just like a kid going to the track. Like, she's a professional athlete. Yeah. At like a professional facility, but professional sponsors. Like, I know people that have to do, like, you know, drug testing for like different events, like weightlifting and stuff. Yeah. And they'll contact like their team physician, like, hey, can I eat this bagel with these seeds on it? Like, is this going to pop me for this? Like, they're super strict with everything.
Yeah.
So in that regard, yeah.
And again, I can't say because I don't know where she's coming from, why she decided to do what she did. But like, the assumption that you wouldn't get popped is kind of arrogant, to be honest with you. And like, maybe this experience is going to be humbling enough where she goes, okay, I got to take this shit seriously if I want to be the track superstar for America, if I want to be the face of American track and field. Because the reality is, our male runners aren't good enough.
No.
They're not fast enough.
She's the one, and we're all
She could have been the face.
I think every one of us watched that clip and was like, I fucking love this girl, dude. I can't wait for her to go to the Olympics.
But it's so weird that like people can't cross these things. Like she's some sort of like martyr or something like that. Well, it's bullshit. You're not a martyr. You fucked up. You made a dumb mistake. Doesn't mean you're dumb. Like, we all make mistakes. I've made a million fucking mistakes that I regret.
And the rule is dumb.
Bro, the rule is dumb, too.
Yeah.
It's a dumb rule.
Agreed on all counts.
I'll give you a perfect example once. Like, I was on a fucking sitcom, right?
Yeah.
And I went to my boy's bachelor party over the weekend. I didn't have to film over the weekend, and it was my boy's bachelor party, and I wanted to be there. And I went there, and I didn't fucking know my lines that well. And I did shitty that week on set because I was playing catch-up the whole time. I fucked up. That's no one's fault but my own. I shouldn't have been partying that weekend. I should have missed the bachelor party, and I should have done a better job with my lines. That's on me. And if I got fired from that show, thankfully I didn't, but if I did, that'd be on me.
Yeah.
That's not on anybody else. That is on me for
and
doing
acting
that.
is hard. So like,
Acting is a hard thing and very important. Go.
I agree with you. Yes, she did break the rule. I just feel as having like American pride, Biden just bent over and took it in the ass. Like, hey, the rules are the rules. He didn't even try to like stand up for her because other teams, other countries like Russia, I think their whole fucking gymnastics team got like disqualified because they popped for something, and like Russia was going to bat for them, trying to like, no, they're not taking drugs or whatever. Like, just have some pride and try to get your athletes in the competition when we know the rule is dumb.
Yeah, I'm with you 100%. That the Russian thing is tricky because it was state-sponsored doping, so the government was facilitating the steroid use across the whole Olympic team. And this was exposed in a documentary called
Icarus.
Icarus. Yeah. And so the government had to be like, no, they're not, because the government was doing it. And I bet you the government was back channeling. Like, they're like, listen, like, what I guarantee you on some level, maybe it wasn't Biden, but on some level, they were like, yo, what can we do to get this girl in? She fucked up. She's actually a really sweet girl, and she's a great competitor, and she's going to be great for the fucking Olympics. People are going to want to see this girl. Yeah. What can we do? And they held strong to their fucking rules. And the rules are dumb, but they were the rules, and she knew it.
Yeah. And so
if it was an immoral rule, if the rule was like, there will be no black people competing, I would love it if America was like, the fuck they're not. Let's go. We're breaking that rule.
Yep.
Yeah, we don't have a choice.
We need to win.
What are you talking about? We're gonna have me running in the Olympics, bro. Come on.
Or they go, women. No black people. Like, nobody's allowed to have their black people. We might have a chance. But you know what I'm saying? It's just such a weird thing where like people started capping so hard. Like, she didn't break this rule that we all know you can't do. Like,
yeah, it's also worth noting the rules are international rule. So like 80% of the world doesn't fuck with weed. You know what I mean? Like, it's legal in America. In America, we're like, yeah, just make it legal. Like, over half the world's like, nah, weed is not legal.
Yeah.
In Sweden, it's like, you can't touch weed. It's like impossible.
Yeah.
So it's an international rule, and that's where they're governing from.
Another thing that could be fueling our emotion is younger people who grew up here have all kind of grown up, I think, being like, why the fuck is weed illegal? And now we're kind of winning, where it's like, oh, other states are realizing weed shouldn't be illegal.
Yeah.
So we're looking at this, and we remember that from like the fucking early 90s, where they're like, oh, weed is a gateway drug.
Yeah.
I don't smoke weed. By all means, everyone smoke. It seems fine. So we're like, are you fucking kidding me? We're back with this shit? Weed is this whole thing again? We just beat this down. But we didn't. Internationally, we did not.
Yeah, it's a responsibility thing at the end of the day, right? It's like, you're 100% right about all that, but at the end of the day, it's like, you have a responsibility, and if you want to be the gold medalist, like, she doesn't deserve to win the gold medal this year. People are like, oh, she was the best runner, etc. She was the best runner, but she wasn't willing to sacrifice.
Now,
and the woman that does win,
or cheat properly.
Or cheat properly, right? The woman that does win was the woman that was the fastest and willing to sacrifice all the things that they probably wanted to do in order to achieve that gold medal. And she's going to win it, and good for her. And I don't want her to have an asterisk on it if she wins. You didn't win just because that girl didn't compete. That girl did shit, so she didn't compete. Yeah. So whoever does end up winning, if it's an American girl, if it's a Jamaican girl, if it's a fucking Japanese girl, it doesn't matter who it is. But like, you won that.
Yeah.
Because you sacrificed more than the other girl.
Yeah.
She wasn't willing to forgo some of those pleasures, some of those luxuries.
Yeah.
In order to achieve,
And it sucks. We lost out on a fucking amazing performance.
This is such bullshit. The thing that can come out good on this side is that it's just such a bullshit thing to happen. It's not someone being penalized for a month. It's like you being blocked out of the Olympics for 4 years. You probably got
that
2
also
of them
hurts more.
in there. This hurts so disproportionately that I at least hope from this it proves it's such a ridiculous rule. not to have it while you were actually performing, but before the events happen, and there isn't even a meter to say like if you have weed in your system because you smoked it recreationally versus you actually use it to actually perform before. Like, it's like drunk driving. You have 0.08 in your system. Like, ding them for something, suspend the sentence, do something. But I think that because this is so crazy and seemingly unfair, at least to me, considering weed is legal in so many ways, we know it's not an enhancement, that we should light up this thing and actually go against this argument to say this is the fastest way to have this rule changed for next time. So I don't want to put it around and say like, oh yeah, you didn't follow the rules, you don't deserve it this round. I was like, people should be really fucking upset to push the change now. Why? If people go quiet about it, the rule doesn't change for another
that makes sense. Olympics. Push against the rule, change the rule.
Now,
fine.
That's such a terrible fucking thing. That's the part where she could be a martyr.
Did she not know the rule when she decided to smoke?
No, I mean, I don't think it was debating that. Like,
not debating it. She's out.
You're right. You're right. We should change the rule, and I hope that this expedites the changing of that rule. I hope by the time there's another,
if anything, that's
Olympics.
My point.
But part of the reason why the Olympics are so important is because it's every 4 years. So think about it. If you decide to do something to fuck up your opportunity at the Olympics, you gotta wait another 4 years. You think getting high once was worth that? Like, she's probably killing herself right now, bro. The fact that she's even doing interviews and like keeping her chin up is impressive.
Yeah.
It's honestly impressive because she knows how much she sacrificed for that shit her whole life.
Yeah.
Thinking about being on the podium, imagining every single moment.
Yeah.
And then she did something dumb in one moment.
Yeah.
And then she doesn't have the opportunity.
That sucks.
Yeah,
it's
that's
so
not even
unfair.
that dumb. It's like such
it's exactly. It's completely accepted within our society, within our culture. She knew she fucked up, and she was like, maybe it'll be out of my system by then.
The one interesting thing is that she was left off the relay team by choice by the committee.
That's weird.
I like that I did that.
So for context, like, she got the 1 month ban. She was going to miss the 100 meter, but she technically would be eligible to do the relay. But the committee didn't pick her.
I don't like that. Why do you like that?
Because you let us down. If you're the committee,
very paternal. I like
you
that.
let us down. No, if you're the committee, it's like, I'm not going to reward you when there's another girl that didn't do that. And she's been working her ass just as hard as you. And maybe she's not as talented as you. Maybe she's not as naturally gifted. But she's been working her ass off too. And she didn't smoke. And
it's not a reward, though.
This is her dream as well, though. This is her dream as well. And you fucked this up for you. So we can't reward you breaking the rules that are stupid, these dumb fucking asinine rules, but we can't reward it. You got yourself kicked out of these
Olympics. But the punishment was a 30-day suspension. That was the punishment for the crime.
And we agree the punishment is disproportionate. We agreed this is a lot for weed. It's a stupid rule, and she got to wait another 4 years. That seems like it is the way it is, but it's fucking cruel. Now, here you go. Get us a gold medal, because we don't know if we're going to win without one of the strongest runners we got. We might, but we're taking a chance. And she's already being punished disproportionately, and we all agree the rule is stupid. I think you can throw her on the 4x100.
The one thing that I did read about is that
this guy's Team China.
Might not
when you start caring about fifth
I know
place.
this guy's Team China. So
When
you
you
want
start caring
goals or
about
not?
fifth place,
he likes
Are we trying to get
responsibility. He likes
goals?
personal accountability.
Nah,
like
fuck
personal
that.
accountability,
Hey,
bro.
do you also like to win?
That's the
Say what?
accountability.
You also like to win?
That's the win for me.
Yo.
The accountability is...
We got the gold medal in personal accountability.
Oh my
Yeah,
God.
we got a gold medal in character. So
guy.
suck it, Russia.
Integrity.
It's important to bring up, and this is a question
This
for you.
guy's on his cycle.
She made a choice. That was her therapy to use that drug, which is a natural drug, versus probably a dozen legal painkillers that she could have used.
Oh, stop it.
Xanax or whatever the fuck.
Prescription drugs. Why don't you comment on that? Why? But football players that can't smoke weed to have an anti-inflammatory or to like let go from all that pain they go through. Talk about prescription.
You're
versus weed.
100% right. It is bullshit that prescription drugs that are way more powerful than smoking marijuana are legal, and then marijuana can get you kicked out of the Olympics. I completely agree. It's stupid. Again, I don't want to conflate the two arguments. That being said, if you know, for example, I think Adderall is looked at as a performance-enhancing drug in certain instances. Let's say you're someone who suffers from ADD, but you still want to compete in the Olympics. You know if you take Adderall for your ADD, it will still knock you out of Olympic competition. So you know what you do? You go, I can't take Adderall. You take that sacrifice because you know it's on the list of things that are banned. I'm not sure if it is banned, but there are certain drugs like that. Weed isn't the only one.
Yeah, there's a bunch. Like, if the rule was like, oh, you can take Adderall if you're prescribed, like every Olympian would be prescribed Adderall. Like,
especially the ones that are doing the sports like not darts isn't one, but like the shooting one where you can have incredible focus.
Oh, yeah.
You know, it's tricky, but she did make that choice, man.
That's
I know,
fine.
It sucks, dude.
So-
It's so stupid. I don't want to seem like the fucking grandpa on this.
And I think this is where you seem like the grandpas. Yeah, it's good. Leave her off the 4x100. It's like, yo, if you got grounded from going to on your birthday and you're grounded and you miss this day you look forward to all year, but there's another party that's less fun right after your ground punishment ends, let the kid fucking go. You already missed the thing that you care about the most.
That's what we're saying.
Well, the thing I was reading is that apparently she's not able to train with the Olympic team
Oh,
during
That's
that month.
interesting.
I don't know if that's
interesting.
confirmed, but that was just one of the articles I read. Is that
Okay,
she's
so-
not able to be like in the Olympic program for that month.
So
She's
it's
able to
not
do
a-
personal training.
This is interesting. So it's not a punishment that she's left off the team.
Maybe.
It's, hey, I need these girls handing the baton.
The
to
relay
each
is
other.
super technical. There's teamwork. Blah
Yes,
blah blah.
okay.
And I
So-
know it sounds absurd to call the relay technical,
No,
but it
it's dumb
actually
technical.
is. It's
Yeah,
like
it is.
step by step, the handoff. It's
Every
Yeah.
inch that you
It's the
move
fucking
is
Olympics,
planned
like,
out.
yeah.
So that's part of it, and then the other
That
part
makes
is
more
like,
sense. So, okay, how about this? I agree that I was being a little bit of a curmudgeon
Yeah.
with my decision making. I think that you should let her run the 4x100. But now, if it is true that she can't train with them for a month,
That's fair.
I understand their decision now.
Yeah.
But I agree. She paid her fucking dues. Let her compete if you can. And if she can train with those other girls and do it, then she should have been in. Fine.
Yeah.
That's good. I'll take that back.
yeah.
Boom. That's it.
And then there's the other Olympic thing going on. The
This is
the
crazy.
Namibian chicks.
Tell us what's going on.
All right, so basically, 2 women from Namibia were ruled out of being able to compete in the Olympics. Their events, I'm actually not positive which ones they were. I think they were like the 800 and the 1600 or something like that.
Yeah.
They were like really great. One of the girls is super young. She's like 17 years old and like broke like the junior Olympian record
Yup.
by like 4 seconds, like something crazy that's like no one had seen before.
Yup.
So they did testing on her and found that her testosterone levels were abnormally high for a woman.
Mm-hmm.
So men typically have 5 to 7 times more testosterone than women do. And even women on like the high end of testosterone don't even touch men on the low end of testosterone. Like there's that much of a disparity. So they checked these girls, and the Olympic Committee didn't officially come out and say what like the diagnosis is, so to speak. But like basically they said the
You're
testosterone.
too manly to compete with the woman, son. That's
Well, they said that they did genetic testing and they found that they believed they have XY chromosomes, which is the male chromosomes, even though they have female genitalia, present as women, and were raised as women their whole lives.
So like a hermaphrodite type of shit.
Jamie Lee Curtis.
They call it intersex.
Okay.
So like,
Is it intersex? I think intersex is a little different. I think that's when you have both parts.
well, it's like intersex, I guess, according to what I was reading, is like it can manifest in a bunch of different ways.
Ah, okay.
So,
So,
like-
sometimes it's internal.
So
and
what they would
sometimes
have
it's
is like a
physical.
female vagina, but then internal testes.
Yeah.
So they're producing male levels of testosterone with
Yeah.
female biology.
Yo, but here's the thing. So we have to categorize men and women by testosterone now.
Yeah.
Right? Like that's why that bitch from New Zealand, the tranny, can lift weights.
Laura Hubbard, yeah.
Laura Hubbard can lift weights against the women because she's reduced her testosterone levels to a female amount.
And I think taking testosterone blockers to be under that threshold.
Right.
But
so
she's still got a dick.
she's still got a dick, but they're defining male and female just by testosterone.
Because that's the only way you can do it if you're gonna try to get them, let them like
Well,
trans
'cause-
people compete.
Well,
How else can you do
also, testosterone is the competitive
it? And that
advantage
is, yeah, that's the thing.
when it comes to athletics. Like you got more testosterone, you faster, stronger. You got less testosterone, you're slower, weaker. So they're basically there's 2 divisions in the Olympics. It's faster, stronger, slower, weaker.
Yeah, the testosterone group and the no testosterone group.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's really what it comes down to. So because things are so tricky, obviously, with the gender stuff right now, the Namibian girls present as women. Yo, trans fucked the whole thing up.
Yeah.
Before, it's just like you got titties and a pussy. It don't matter how much testosterone you got. You got titties and pussy. You're a woman.
Yep.
And these are your advantages, right? So if you have titties and a pussy, but you got some XYs and that gives you some more testosterone, that's no different than if you're a dude and you're 7 feet tall. Now you got an advantage in the NBA.
Yeah.
Yep.
You naturally
Yep.
are born 7 feet tall. You have a
what it is.
fucking huge advantage. But since we can't judge men and women as titty, pussy, dick, balls, right?
Yep.
Then we have to go off this testosterone scale. These Namibian chicks are out.
That's fucked up.
Trannies knocked titty pussy women out the Olympics. And you got to call them titty pussy women.
Trans is racist.
Trans is racist. The trans movement is racist.
The trans movement is racist. It done knocked out these poor Namibian girls.
Yeah. So the famous case before us was Caster Semenya, which was like this South African runner that was basically the same case. And so a lot of the precedent for this case is based off of her case, which was like more public because like there were like leaks to the press about like their testosterone levels and all the other shit. So it's not positive what these girls like their cases, and it's possible that they didn't even know that they were XY. They just went in.
Of course.
They're like, I'm an amazing athlete.
Yeah,
they were beating all the records. Yeah.
Yeah.
And so then basically the Olympic Committee goes to them and they have these rules on testosterone that if you are XY and above the threshold, you have to go on blockers. And Caster Semenya famously was like, no, I'm not going on the blockers. And so then they banned her from running.
How common is these XY chicks?
Super rare. Like tremendous, like 0.006% of people are like intersex.
And then
but,
just 2 happen to come out of the same area and shit?
I guess. And so that's the question is people are like,
if you're the fastest, like, it's going to be a huge advantage.
Is the Namibian government putting these like girls in there knowing that they have these genetic, like altercations? Like their sexual development is different. Are they doing this intentionally to try to get in? Is it disingenuous on the government's part, or is it just a coincidence and an accident?
What is it called when like you're racist against countries?
Ethnocentric?
Xenophobic?
Ethnicity. Xenophobic. This is how xenophobic I am, right? I'm like, Namibia ain't got the technology to do all that testosterone research or whatever like that. They figured that shit out when the Olympics tested them. But maybe they do. I have no clue even where Namibia is. Do y'all know where Namibia is?
I assume Africa?
Yeah.
Right next to the other ones?
Yeah, right there.
Right.
There.
It's Africa, right?
Yeah, it's Africa.
All right,
Of course, it's Africa. Come on.
I'm thinking, bro, but I don't know. Maybe
It sounds
South
like
America or
Lithuania.
some
Namibia,
shit.
Lithuania.
Namibia
It could be
is right
Eastern
there,
Europe,
bro.
Yeah, it could be Eastern
You
Europe.
never went to Namibia? What's the capital of Namibia?
Yeah, but
Namibia
we said
City.
it already.
Namibia City.
It could be.
So, look, I think that's super fucked up, man. These girls, one advantage in life. This is how fucked up this is. These girls' advantage in life, not one advantage, but one of the advantages that they have in life is they're incredible athletes.
Yep.
And they're about to go for glory for their country.
And they're breaking records. Like people are telling them, like, "Yo, you're amazing."
So not only they find out they're not going to be gold medalists and change their lives and their families' lives forever, they find out they're guys.
Yeah, that's
Son, imagine telling that to your husband who's been smashing inside of dick for your whole relationship.
God, dog.
Bro, he's been busting in you. You're not getting
And
pregnant.
you've been busting on his penis.
Exactly.
Knocking on his dick.
Real talk. He finds out he's just busting on balls. You got balls inside you, and he's just lathering them things up. That's
but
crazy.
that gotta hurt though.
Her.
You're like you
every
knocking
time-
balls around. You not getting hit in your balls. That shit gotta hurt.
Oh, bro. But every time she orgasms, she just nuts all over you. You just getting nutted on, bro.
my
You just
God.
getting nutted on as
Just
a
a
man.
squirter.
But maybe it is. Oh my God, that's crazy. Like, what a horrible day. You find out you're not going to the Olympics and you got a crazy discussion you got to have with your husband, bro, or your boyfriend. You're like, sit down, dog. Yo, let me tell you something. Like, you know how like we would, arm wrestling, I'd be busting your ass all the time? You shouldn't feel too bad
You
about
know how I
it.
used to tell you I miss my periods because I'm in shape? Turns out, different story.
Fuck, that's crazy, man.
So apparently, what happens with like intersex, which is why there's a lot more in like developing countries than the U.S., is because you're born intersex and you have like sort of like ambiguous genitalia, and then the doctors look at it and they go, "Oh yeah, you're a girl."
Nah, they choose, man. It's kind of crazy.
Well, Yeah.
Sometimes they choose wrong.
Yeah, well, that's the thing is like a lot because there'll be like a vagina, but
And a
then
little
there'll be
dick.
like a dick also, but it's like a big clit kind of thing, and so they'll be like, "Oh, there's a vagina, it's a girl." And then they go to puberty, and then they get a deep voice, and they get mad muscle, and they go, "Oh, you're actually a guy.
Yeah.
Sorry."
But this is sad because as a kid, obviously, you don't know how they identify. And by identify, I'm not talking about these people that just like make a choice when they're in their sophomore year of college. I'm talking about like actually physically how it presents within them,
Right.
like what they are, what they actually feel like. Like these are the real trans people.
Right.
I'm not trying to discredit other trans people, but like I'm not talking about like the one that is a fad.
You say I'm non-binary, then you
Yeah,
don't
that-
actually do anything to change yourself. Yeah.
Exactly, right? Like I'm talking about like people who actually have both.
Yeah.
But apparently their brains are one. But the doctor's just making that choice for them day one. There's stories about this. Like, and the parents never tell. I read a story about this. The parents just goes, yeah, it's a girl. Okay, it's a girl. And they're raised as a girl, put in dresses and all this shit the whole time. But the kid never really felt like that was right.
Yeah.
And never really identified with all these things. And then they came to find out years later that they were born with both and the parents just snipped.
What if you don't choose?
If you just let both of them things
Yeah.
go, you're a piece of shit parent. You gonna let your kid walk around dicking pussy?
So
I
apparently,
mean, you let them get to that age, and then boom, now you choose.
that's like
Bruh,
that's the
crazy.
Native American thing when they call two-spirit. So
Yes.
like you see that on like gender, like
now,
identifying things.
now,
Yeah,
Yeah,
the natives,
exactly.
right?
Yeah. So that's why there's so many graves because they count as two. Okay, it was just one. That is not as many. All right, but they're doubling up the numbers. It's inflated stats. Okay,
That's why they killed him.
It's Barry
Yeah.
Bonds. It's
They
Barry
sent
Bonds.
all the two.
Nah,
they
it's
sent
Barry-
all the two spirits to Saskatchewan, and they put them right in the fucking dirt.
It's
man.
Barry
That shit's-
Bonds. I'm telling you.
Nah.
Nah,
we're
free
not
the
doing
Pope.
that.
Free the Pope.
So what do you do with these girls, man? I think you gotta let them compete. That's their advantage that they're a little bit of.
So
a
that's
yeah.
the thing. Like people looked at Michael Phelps and they were like, "Yo, you don't build up lactic acid the way normal people do, and your fast twitch muscle fibers are just better than other people. So you win 20 medals at one Olympics, like
Yeah.
unprecedented.
This is
That's just his biological advantage.
That's his biological advantage. The only reason this is a discussion is because trans people want to compete in the Olympics in the opposite gender that they present as. And now they've had to redefine what it is to be man and woman. And then some of the people that have biological advantages for
Yep.
sports are now going to be yanked out.
Yep.
It's really fucked up. And I wonder how trans people feel about it. I wonder if trans people go, or do you think the trans people go, you should just be able to compete in whatever sport you identify as?
Maybe, yeah. I guess it's probably varied. There's some trans people that are like, no, they shouldn't be able to compete. And there's some that are like, whatever you think you are, run it.
Ultimately, what's going to happen if we continue down this path is women aren't going to be able to compete in sports. And it's not because they
That
don't
doesn't sound
want
like
to.
the worst thing.
It's not because they don't want to, but they just won't be able to compete. There'll just be so many
Yeah.
trans people who will be better than them. So it'll be like guys that are identifying as women and guys that are guys that are
That's
just better.
what we need an NBA and a trans NBA.
Yeah.
That's what it will be.
That shit will be fire.
Eventually, it will be. I know I seem like alarmist when I'm saying this, but like the numbers will show it. Like that's just
Should
what's
be
gonna
fire.
happen.
And the gap is just so big that like it's all the rest of the girls that are competing against Caster Semenya are like
just getting bodies.
it's like not like what I trained my whole life for this and like I'm just not even gonna be able to get close.
Yeah.
And actually Malcolm Gladwell had an interesting thing because they asked him.
What he said?
And he's like a marathon runner, but he goes, it's not a human rights issue, it's a competition issue.
Yeah.
He's like, no one should be discriminating against intersex people. There shouldn't be like legislation against them. Like there
Yeah.
shouldn't be anything like structural, but competition wise, it doesn't make sense.
It's a massive unfair advantage.
Yeah. Which actually that was an interesting point.
And the whole thing with sports I mean, literally when we're competing in sports, especially Olympic sports,
Yep.
and we're talking about like swimming and like running, there's not a lot of, how do I say it? You're not gotta be that smart to do that shit, right?
Right,
like when it comes to like, basketball or like
Like a strategy
football,
game,
like
yeah.
strategy games where like a guy like Chris Paul could be completely disadvantaged in so many ways,
Right.
but his IQ for the game is
Genius
what,
level.
Yeah, it's genius level. It allows him to outsmart his competitors.
Yeah.
We're talking about just swimming straight. Like Michael Phelps could be a fucking idiot.
Yeah.
But just swim straight and don't build up lactic acid, right? You think that he's smart?
I'm sure the same type of basketball IQ applies. There's a version of that in
It
swimming.
can't. There's just not as
I'm
many
sure
moving
it's like,
parts. Straight
turn
up.
this way, it gives me a little bit of advantage, overturning that way. Like, I'm sure there's these
Nah,
type of
but
little
not to the same
technical
level.
shit.
Not to
There's
the same
technicalities, but like football is a more complicated game than basketball just
That's
because
facts.
there's 22 people on a field, 10 people on a court. Swimming, it's just you in one lane. There might be multiple people, but you're not. You have what they do has nothing to do with you.
Is
just
soccer
straight.
more complicated than basketball?
Fuck out of here.
I don't know anything about
No.
soccer.
Oh,
I'm
okay,
talking
now
about-
he doesn't. There's
I'm
more
talking-
people.
I'm talking about sports more.
No,
we're talking
soccer,
about
if you guys
soccer.
can't finish the game, you're just like, oh, let's just play a guessing
I'm not-
game.
Nah,
a
you guys
penalty
gotta
kick.
apologize because
Nobody
literally the game was
cares,
on
bro.
yesterday and you popped out. You were like, "Yo, who's winning?" Everyone was watching.
No, I was wondering why no work was
everyone
getting
was
done.
watching.
That's
Everyone
why.
was watching.
Soccer is
Everyone
just
was
a bunch of
watching.
people jogging and no one wins the race.
Yeah.
All the Olympics are is a competition of biological advantages.
Yeah.
That's at the end of the day, is
Yeah.
really what it comes down to,
Yeah.
right? And especially back in the day, it was just. I mean, I guess there was training, but like in the inception of the Olympics, it was just like, yo, who are the best biological specimens in your
Yes.
tribe? Send them motherfuckers over here.
And then let's see who has the most will to win at the tiniest level of genetic
That's
difference.
it. Who could jump the highest? Who could run the furthest? It's just biological advantages. And now we're inhibiting certain people's biological advantages to make up for some other shit that should have never had a place in the Olympics in the first place. Like
Yes.
your body was designed, even if you identify as a woman, your body was designed to compete with the dudes. Right? Like
Yeah.
in the way that the Olympics have been created.
And so that doesn't mean you should have any less human rights. That doesn't mean you're less of a person. It
No.
just means you competing against the gender you identify as
Yeah.
is not fair to them.
Yeah, because the Olympics has nothing to do with how you identify.
Yes.
It has nothing to do with that. It's just what your body is.
Yeah.
right? So it's like you should be able to compete. Just compete with the dudes and identify as a woman. Just compete with the dudes.
Yes.
During the Olympics, you just get to be identified as dick and balls. That's just for the Olympics. And then you go back to your life where you identify as a woman. Great. Awesome.
Seems fair.
Yeah.
Something to this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that they might be okay with it. I mean, because
I think those two chicks, they need to be able to compete.
They need to compete,
That's
bro.
fucked up.
The other thing is that they specifically target specific events, which like people thought was unfair. So like there's certain events where like they have data that shows that testosterone doesn't affect it in some events, but it does in other events. So like in an effort to be more fair, I guess, and really like targeting specific events, people are saying they're actually being more discriminatory because they're only the events that these girls are competing in. So it's like, I don't know what the answer to that is.
Whoa.
But yeah.
Man, cut all this shit out.
Isn't there a chance that the Olympics doesn't even happen? Like Tokyo is still trying to get that shit together because their numbers is crazy high.
Yeah, I think Tokyo never really did a lockdown or something, or like didn't get not lockdown. They never really got everybody vaxxed. I think they're still at like 10-20%.
Yeah, that people aren't really with that
They
vaccine
spent
shit.
like $25 billion on these Olympics.
I mean, they're gonna have it no matter what.
Yeah.
But everybody's pushing back over there. They're like, yo, we don't want you to just bring a bunch of people and have a super spreader event in our country.
And it is literally super spreader.
It is,
You know what they're doing to mitigate that? You come there, you run your race, beat it.
Yeah.
Go home.
This is gonna be the least fun Olympics in history.
Oh, there's no hanging out. There's no like Olympic
They run
city
on
or
the
whatever that
tarmac,
shit.
bro. They run in and they run straight
Run
to the plane.
straight to
and
the
they get
plane.
off.
You out of here, bro.
100%. They
'Cause
pole
if you-
vault you into fucking China.
Adios.
Yeah.
Because
Isn't
like
that
normal
crazy?
swimmers that make like no money, they got out of college, they can live in this Olympic village in Tokyo for free, eat for free, party for free for 2 weeks.
This is
and
the-
their events are in the beginning, and then they just stay there that whole
Yeah.
time. They're
This is the
fucking-
thing about
they're
Olympics.
partying.
Everybody knows who's gonna come in first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth.
Yeah.
They've been competing all year. Everybody
yeah,
knows who the top six are. But all these countries get to come. So these motherfuckers know they ain't winning. They're there to fuck pussy, bro. It is a pussy fucking event. It's literally what
That's
it
the
is.
real Olympics.
That's
Yeah.
the real Olympics.
Uh-huh.
Who is getting the most rings, bro?
Yeah.
Real talk.
Uh-huh.
That's what's happening.
Who got the most nouveaux?
Who got the most nouveaux? Gold medal shit.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you're in there, you do your event. There are people that show up day one for the first event. I don't know what the fuck the first event is. And you kick it for 2 weeks, all your food paid for, hotel paid for, and all the most, I don't want to say they're the best looking, but they're in the best shape.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like everybody there got endorphins going like
The
crazy.
most physically fit humans on earth.
On earth.
In their
getting
sexual prime.
cracked
They're like
in
24 years old.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, in London, I pretended that I was Jamil's manager and he was running the 4x1, and we'd go out and you just use your like Olympic Village badge. They don't fucking
Son.
consider it. He's in shape. He looks good. Let's go.
It's a party.
Why
And think
did
about
you
it.
say you were the sprinter?
I almost.
Yeah, it was.
You don't think
Jamil
they were
was
buying it?
Jamaican too, so super believable.
All I'm saying is like, if you know you're not gonna win, right,
Yeah.
and you know you're not close. Like if you're at fourth, you might get that bronze or something
Yeah.
like that. Like you go for it. But if you know you got no fucking chance, bro, I'm drinking the night before the race.
That's the other thing, because it's the whole world. So like the top people are in America, Russia, China. If you're from fucking
Namibia?
Ethiopia, like you're pulling up, like
we're
let's party.
good, bro.
Let's have
Like,
fun.
Come on, I'm not even doing a pole vault.
Yo, how many
throwing
gold
I'm
medals?
throwing
Yeah.
like a javelin.
How
Bro,
many-
to be honest with
Hammer
you,
toss, I'm hitting the Kobe, bro.
That's
I'm just gonna,
it.
I don't give
From
a shit.
D.
Yeah.
How many gold medals has Namibia won in its history? This might have been their only chance at gold ever. It's
Fucked up.
Namibia.
You
We
gotta
ain't never
let those
heard of
girls
it.
compete, yo.
Let me check.
Let them
girls
run,
compete.
yo.
0 gold, 4 silver.
They're about to get
No,
two.
4 bronze. They got 4 bronze.
Jesus, dude.
Bro,
They could have
Total.
no. Bronze 0, silver 4.
Quite possibly the first gold medals in their
Wow,
country's
you said you don't know
history.
how to read.
They're
Oh,
so
yeah,
taken
4
from
silver.
them.
Damn, son.
Yeah. Yeah, they got 4 silver, dog. This could have been their chance.
And you took it from them.
They haven't won one in this millennium. The last one they won is 1996.
Jesus.
good Olympics though.
Yeah.
What's
Took this
that?
from them. Namibia hasn't won a
96.
gold
Shout out
ever.
Michael
Hasn't
Johnson.
medaled
Gold
since
shoes.
96, bro.
Nah, that's fucked up.
Dream Team 2.
That's
But these
fucked
girls
up.
can compete if they take the testosterone blockers.
No.
No.
And they push that shit down.
Why would they have to block their competitive
Oh, so you
advantage?
want them to make a point just like we want our other Sha'Carri Richardson to make a point. We got to defend her. As much energy as like I agree with your
I don't
point.
understand what you just
I
said.
disagree. I agree with your point. She
He's
broke the
pissed.
rules, but
said
now I want to
nothing.
make a point. I want to make a point.
They didn't
like,
break the rules. They didn't choose to have high testosterone, you fucking idiot.
I'm just
They're not
saying.
taking testosterone pills. They're
Can we
born
have
with balls.
Born,
They were born with balls. Sha'Carri Richardson wasn't born with a joint between her fingers and she got
I want
to
to
smoke
throw
and breathe.
support at her. I want to throw support to change this rule.
Yeah, I want to change the rule too. Don't get me wrong, but these are different. Do not equate that. Okay.
I'm not. Just want to show.
So now-
You got these poor Namibian girls that got testicles hanging out their pussy lips, and they're not even allowed to compete in the fucking Olympics because of people like you fucking racist.
So now some people say, "Oh, Andrew, you're saying that biological men should be allowed to compete with women."
Why?
No, they're not biological men.
They got XY chromosome.
No, that's not biological. You got dick and pussy?
That's a fact.
Like, this is biological man to me. You got dick and balls. Biological woman is you got pussy and titties. I don't care what your chromosomes are. Jamie Lee Curtis can have all the fucking Y chromosomes in the world.
Yeah.
It could look like, what's a lot of Ys?
Xylophone.
It could look like a xylophone. It could look like the me and Mark. Okay? I don't care. It look like the YMCA down there, okay? It could look like all that shit. It look like the Village People.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck. On the outside, if you got titties and a pussy, and that's how you were born with titties and pussy, you're a woman. That's how I define it.
Yeah.
If you got dick, balls, you're a man.
And if you're born with pussy and balls,
You're both. Bofa.
both.
Bofa. If you got balls and a pussy, or if you got balls, if you got dick and pussy at the same damn time,
Yeah, popping out.
Who you
That shit's
compete
kind
with?
of
that's
lit.
both.
That's alien.
Who you compete
bro.
with?
You can't compete.
That shit's kind of lit
can't
though.
compete.
You only do
never
porn.
have to masturbate.
You just fuck yourself.
Yeah, that's kind of lit.
Go fuck yourself. I will.
Yo, they can. Honestly, if you have bofa,
Yeah, which
can't compete.
It's a way better name.
about with the
they're
men?
the
You compete
only
with the men.
ones who they're the only ones who should be able to use the pronoun they.
Oh shit!
Oh.
Hot sports
The
opinion.
only ones.
That's actually facts. Those are days.
Yeah.
If you're a day,
Yo,
yeah,
they had the word "they" appropriated from them.
they really did. That's disrespectful. Because there are days out there.
Yeah.
They're the first days.
They're the first.
They're the
days.
native days.
Yeah.
Holy shit. Yeah, that's foul. We can't do that. We definitely can't do that. But those people, that's tricky. We have to figure that one out. We have to figure that one out.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know what the answer is.
That's really
They
tricky.
I don't know
can
if there is
compete.
an
I think
answer.
they can compete with men, but not women.
Come on, son.
They
It's
can
not
compete
fair.
with men, but not women. I don't know, fam.
Nah,
I
because they
don't
make
know.
all the guys horny and then
Yeah.
yeah.
That's
know if
their
we
competitive
get
advantage.
I don't know if we're getting horny off of that, but I do think I do think that's a tricky one, and we'll cross that bridge when we get there. If one of them gets good enough in a sport that we have to address it, then we'll do it. But I think that's highly unlikely. But right now we're just going off of what you're born with and what you look like. I don't care what Jamie Lee Curtis has. She's a woman.
Yeah.
Okay? I don't care what Laurel Hubbard has. That dude is a guy. In terms of competition, if you want to identify whatever you want to identify, that's totally fine. But you're going to be lifting weights with the homies, bro. You ain't going to lift the weight. You know what I'm saying? You lift that shit up. She got fucking armpit hair hanging out. That's crazy, dude. Also, if you got armpit hair, you're a man. No, we got to have that discussion. Like, nobody want to have that discussion at all. There's other ways that you let us know you identify as a man. If you got armpit hair, you're a man.
Yep.
I told my girl the other day, I was like, yo, come on, yo.
Mustache.
Making me gay out here with your armpit hairs growing, yo. She missed an armpit hair, and I was gay
Yeah.
for that whole day.
And that's fucked up.
Yeah.
Because they can trick you with that too.
She was tricking
Yeah.
me, bro.
If you shave one, and then you hit it, and then she's like, got
Boom,
you.
got me.
Yeah.
Fully gay that whole day.
Yeah. What are other ways you can tell if a woman is a man? Mustache?
Nah,
What's that?
that's a mistake.
Wait, what do you mean?
That's a mistake. You gotta get that wax.
But is that man or
But
is
does
that
it
just
make you a man?
Depends if it's in between waxings. Like if it's out and you believe in it, yeah, you're a guy.
I hate that stage, but
But
it's a real one.
It's a real. You
Yeah.
got to let it grow out a little bit to wax it off. It's absolutely repulsive and disgusting.
Oh,
We're not
God.
gonna kiss on the mouth during that stage.
Yeah. Nah.
Do you know what I mean? That's a little crazy. But if you just rock it and you believe in it and you're about that life,
Yo, maybe that's why French dudes always kiss on the cheeks. You know what I mean? Because they try to dodge the mustache every time.
I feel like if there's one culture that would accept the mustache,
Yeah.
I feel like they do that to dodge the woman's lips. Like they're like, ew, I don't want to kiss her. I'd rather kiss your cheek like a guy's. Okay, whatever topicals do we have to discuss? Because we have some topicals we have to discuss.
McGregor fight this weekend.
Ooh.
I'm curious if you have any thoughts. We're definitely skipping Akash's wedding for that shit.
Fine.
Oh no, we're gonna watch that fight during your wedding.
I'm into that. They'll be during.
How
the,
do you feel
the
about
dance
that?
part. I don't care. Watch it.
It won't be during the dance thing.
No, it'll be at the
How
end when
many
we're all
things
partying.
is this wedding? By
What
the way?
time is the Friday thing? Because I'm trying to catch the.
6:30, but we expect people
Oh
to
yeah,
be late.
the Euro final and the Copa America final. Actually.
No, I'm not trying to catch stupid shit.
What you trying to catch?
Oh my god, you guys are such closeted.
the
soccer
Marvel-
fans.
the
Say you
Marvel
like-
shit.
Final Sunday.
Scarlett has a movie coming out.
Wait, hold
Black
on.
Widow.
Hold on.
How'd you say the gayer thing?
Yeah,
You
but
watch a female superhero movie over Akash's
Son,
wedding?
do you
son?
know
Over
how
sports?
do you know how many times I jerked it to Scarlett Johansson, son?
my
Fuck
God.
out of here.
Pregnant, son.
Yeah, she got a
That's
kid.
foul, son.
That
Colin
is
Jost.
foul.
That's Colin
That's foul.
Jost'
There
wife,
you
bro. That's a
go.
comedian. That's
And
like
she's
one of our
Jewish.
comedians.
Shout out to Colin.
Yeah,
Shout out to Colin.
that's
yo.
his girl. You really gonna
He
talk about
knocked it
her?
up. I hit him up. I texted him yesterday. Attaboy.
Yeah, there you go.
You gotta do that,
You hit
bro.
him with a
Yeah,
yurt?
good for him.
I didn't hit him with a yurt.
Good for
I
him.
hit him with a yurt. Y'all busy Monday? yo, Monday? Is that Indian word?
That is an Indian word.
Monday?
Indian origin.
Monday?
Indian word.
Monday?
All the days of the week are Indian.
Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, double day, Sunday. I had to set that up.
Damn, you got all the way
I-
there.
I gave you all 7, right? I was like, all the days. I knew you would get there.
Fucking A.
I knew you would get there.
Damn.
Teamwork, bro.
Hey, bro.
Teamwork, bro. Number 1 comedy Patreon. You know what I mean?
Number 1, make the motherfucking dream work. You know what I'm saying? Okay.
But yeah, what
are
time is
other-
that thing on
other
Sunday?
Indian words.
I mean-
Slap a pussy lips.
How could you
Slap
slap?
a pussy lips. How can you? Yo, someone got to remix that. How can she slap? How can her?
Have we ever played that video here?
How can
You've all
she
seen it,
slap?
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Someone I was
Come on,
close with
son.
hadn't seen it. It really bothered me.
Yo, the way that Al loves Scarlett Johansson movies, I love that. I love How Can She Slap.
It's the greatest YouTube video that's
They
ever
gotta
been.
do the female version.
Wait, you
That'd be fun.
jerk it to how could she slap?
Yeah, dog.
Yes.
I'd rather jerk to that than a female superhero.
Yeah.
Only female superhero I believe in, Mary Poppins.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't know she was super.
Hey, bitch can fly and clean. What else is there for a woman to do?
Yo.
That's kind of fly. Yeah, I get it.
And knows real cool tricks to
Make kids
Make
do drugs.
kids clean.
do drugs. Yeah.
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 Yeah,
That's true.
I'm on board with that
Spoonful of
one.
sugar, bro.
That's what Al needs.
You need a spoonful of sugar so you can get crazy. Can I get you a snack bar right now? And
No.
let's just go.
See what
Stop it.
happens.
Feelings, no facts with Al after one snack bar.
I think you
Nah,
need time for it to hit, though.
Dab.
That's an Indian word, actually.
What feeling? No
Snack bar?
facts. Snack bar. Snack bar.
Yeah, it is.
What are other Indian words? Pakistani.
That's an Indian word. That's a
guys
British.
made up
That's
that
a
word.
British word, if we're being honest. But
Kashmir?
Kashmir.
oh yeah, yeah. That is actually Kashmir's Indian.
What?
Kashmir.
Back hair. Back.
Mustache.
Mustache. No, mustache is Indian.
Muchwala is what we call them. I think.
Muchwala. That's a much more fire word than mustache.
Yeah, Muchwala is just a guy with a mustache.
Oh, a
Like
man
Chaiwala
with
is
a
guy.
mustache.
Yeah, Muchwala.
Muchwala.
You
But
said
so Mooch is
Chaiwala?
mustache.
Chaiwala is it's some dog, like the guy that got the chai. Chaiwala.
A
yeah,
walla
Chaiwala.
is the server, or
It's
is
like
that guy?
it's like the person or the thing.
Muchwala. Muchwala. I'm a muchwala.
You are,
Oh, you're a
dog.
I'm
jot.
a Muchwala.
You're a jot.
Totally.
I'm a jot, but I'm also a muchwala.
It
I'm a jot, but I'm a muchwala.
actually works. You really
What?
are.
I'm a muchwala, but I'm also a jot, and I take
Yeah.
a shit in a bucket.
Because you're from Black Bar, but that's
Black bear.
what?
Where?
Blackburn.
Where'd you say you were from in India?
Blackburn.
Blackburn?
Blackburn Pradesh.
I don't even remember where that.
Are Indians watching this homeless man shitting in a bucket and go, that would be so nice?
That's just a bathroom.
That's a bathroom.
Yeah.
So this is another thing. What privileged people we are laughing
In
at
America,
this man.
it's like, ugh.
Yeah.
How
Most of the
could
world is
you-
like, wow, this guy is living the life.
Made it. He made
Yeah.
it.
But at least have a designated bathroom. Like
He's
a little hole in the
obese.
ground.
Look at this.
What the fuck was that?
What? I was speaking.
He looked like Kramer.
Don't you
Don't
Dude.
ever. Don't you ever.
you guys are friends.
Jerry!
All you need is a
privileged
door,
are we in
son.
America, you little chaiwalas.
Hey, Al.
No.
Muchwala.
Tell me that's not Seinfeld.
God, fuck, I
You
got
guys
it.
act like such a
Hey. Oh, Jerry. Jerry.
That was actually a really good
I know.
impression.
Buddy, I just
I
did
don't know who you
you.
were doing it of, but that was fucking great. But the privilege.
I'm gonna do
I
my
hate you
Michael
guys
Richards
so
impression.
much.
I'm gonna do
I hate
mine.
you guys so
Can I do
much.
my Michael Richards impression,
fucking
please?
hate you guys
Yeah.
so much.
What you need to bar? You need to bar? You want some
Dude.
cereal, son?
I'm
You also serious?
He's gonna do a different Michael Richards impression. He's gonna scream the N-word.
Hey, he's canceling his subscription to Schulz Studios.
Oh.
Oh my god.
Oh god.
Oh god.
Oh God.
And then the
There
studio
isn't enough dialogue for me.
Hey! Studio audience going
See
crazy.
how hard we're laughing?
Nah, damn, acting really is hard. So.
That shit is hard, for real. For him, dude. Every time he walked in like that, he just wanted to scream the N-word and he had to hold it in. Okay, the rest of the world is looking at this video right now.
Yeah.
And they're going, holy shit. The homeless people in America, the homeless
Yes.
Yeah.
are obese to the point where they have titties and a gut. There's so much food.
Yes.
That the homeless people
Yes.
are obese,
Yes.
living inside.
Yes.
There are places where they can
Air
live
conditioning.
inside. Air conditioning in the summer, heat in the winter. And they just push around buckets where they can shit in at any point in time, and a man will take that bucket and move it away.
It's like a Roomba for shit. It's
a
amazing.
shit Roomba.
Yeah.
Mark.
It just goes around the fucking thing and they shit in it.
It is. I mean, this is the life. How could you not come here? How is it not the greatest?
That's what I talk
country in
about all the
world?
time. American privilege. That's a fucking thing. A
God
homeless
bless
person
us.
that's fat, that's privilege,
God
bro.
fucking bless us. How could you take a knee for the flag? Son, conservatives are so ready to see people disrespecting the flag.
Oh,
It's
they love
hilarious,
it.
son.
Yeah.
It's like they're these girls, the soccer girls or whatever like that. The what is it called?
The women's
Gay?
soccer team?
Whatever, women's soccer team. And they're playing the
Al just goes,
What?
gay?
Okay. They're playing the soccer match and they're playing the national anthem. The girls, they're not like standing with their hand on their chest, but they're not disrespecting the flag. They're not even taking a knee or anything. They just look like they're just hanging out waiting to play. Like they heard the song a million times. They're like, all right, let's go. There's an old man that's playing with his harmonica. He's a World War II veteran, 93 years old. They don't look like they're disrespecting the flag. They don't look super interested. They don't look uninterested. They're just there. But the way the conservative media spun it, bro, is they turn away from a 93-year-old war veteran when the flag starts playing, and then people were doubling down on it. These Twitter pundits and shit going, a country that hates its flag, a country that hates itself cannot live. The bitches are just trying to play soccer, bro. You know me, I would call it out. If I felt they were disrespecting, I would call it out. I literally think, objectively speaking, there was nothing planned, and they were just going, "Can we play already?"
Yeah. You know what you got to do? You got to make a mockery. You got to come out with everybody got a giant flag, face painted, waving, singing super loud. And then when they're like, that's disrespectful, be like, what? What? I'm too into it? You don't love your country? You got to be ridiculously stomping around, you know what I mean?
With a tank. They gotta come out with a tank.
Just fucking yelling.
Just
That's a good
shoot
idea.
someone on the other team with a gun. Yeah. You're lit. Most American way you can play.
That's facts, bro.
Yeah.
That's victory.
Just take them out.
Flawless victory.
Yo,
Are
that's how you
guns
do it.
illegal in the Olympics?
No, I don't know if they have a rule against it.
They might not have an explicit rule.
Yeah. But I mean, they obviously don't. They shoot a gun when they tell everyone to run. That's a part of the
true
game.
one.
They
And
have to show one.
In the Winter Olympics, they got that gun shooting event.
Yep. That's true.
That's how you know it's not real competitors in that shit.
What?
Because if you were losing a little bit, use one of them bullets. You know what I'm saying?
Oops.
Oopsie daisy. It looks like a gold medal for me.
Yeah. I slipped.
Right?
You want it or not?
I'm just saying.
Yeah. Get the trumpets. We're playing taps. Okay? You lost.
All right. So what else we got? Feelings, no facts.
I
Give
mean-
Alex a bar and then feelings, no facts? Or we got to do these...
I mean, we got Conor McGregor. You didn't touch on that.
Oh,
I don't know,
fuck.
I don't know
Conor
if you
McGregor.
want to do that, if you want to just keep moving.
What y'all think about Conor this weekend? I don't think he's got it. I think
No.
Dustin is a dog. I think Conor's best days are behind him.
I think Dustin is still hungry.
I think Dustin's still hungry. Conor's a dog. Best days behind him. I think he's trying to get into Dustin's head a little bit to game the fight in his favor. He's like, first person to shoot is a bitch. Shooting is a technique used when you're trying to wrestle. You're going to shoot for someone's legs.
Yeah.
So you try to take it away from like a striking
Yeah.
battle. I think Conor will come back a little bit more prepared. Like he'll be ready for those leg kicks.
Yeah.
But if the fight goes long, this is in Dustin's favor. Like he's just a fucking dog. That being said, if Conor wins and then fights the Brazilian guy, Charles the Bronx Oliveira, and beats him and then becomes champ again.
Yeah, it's like the best arc in like sports
Holy
history.
fucking shit.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Oh my God. I mean, I don't even know what to say. Like that, what a
Right.
story. That's what Dana is praying for.
Yeah.
Right.
And then he does one more big boxing match. Shit, fight Jake Paul or something like that.
Yeah.
Get out of here.
Right.
Yeah, he's got 3-4 more fights.
That would be.
So you're hoping he wins.
If he doesn't fight
Kramer.
Jake Paul? If he doesn't fight Jake Paul? I know, y'all gonna make this shit stick. If he doesn't fight Jake Paul, Nate Diaz for the trilogy, they both bow out afterwards. It's for the belt as well. If Nate wins, he gets the belt.
And then bows out.
Fuck.
That'd be fine. That'd be dope.
There's a ton of sick contingencies, but he's got to beat Dustin.
And none of them are going to end up happening. Dustin's going to end up winning. And, congrats to Dustin. That's fucking amazing.
You said this before, but I don't know if UFC, but he's too rich to be fighting like that. Like, bro, your life is on the line. I'm worth 9 figures and I'm going to put my life on the line?
Yeah.
No.
It's
I can't train
harsh.
like I'm hungry.
It's a harsh.
I mean, it happens in literally everything. I couldn't imagine him fighting, but like, I feel like we even feel it in the comedy.
Son,
like,
if you
especially
got-
you guys, like making money, and all of a sudden you're like, I gotta go to this fucking place.
This roof show?
Yeah.
Fuck that. Yeah, dude. Imagine in a place where you're literally getting elbows thrown at your face and nose, and you feel muscles crack in your body as people are hitting you.
Yeah, dog.
And you know that you could just sit back on the hundreds of millions of dollars that you have, the fame. I mean, God. This guy's retarded.
Yeah.
It's remarkable he's fighting in the first place. Like,
It
I
is
don't know if he
retarded.
gets enough credit for that. Yeah. Like, he has businesses. He got
I think
like.
it's dumb to fight in the first place. I don't respect it.
I
If
think he has
wins, I'll
to, but he
respect
has
it.
to go out on a good win to keep, I think, his brand going.
But he's
strong.
already sold-
Nobody
how
wants
much
to
did he
drink
sell his-
the shit of a loser.
He
he
sold a
sold it already.
steak, a proper 12 for was it 9 figures?
I don't know.
Yeah, but he's
Eight.
still
50
like
million,
It's
the
fuck you
face
money.
of it.
Who cares?
Yeah, that's true. But if you've already sold yourself out, then
Yeah,
you're
who
good. You
cares?
got the money. You can't make any more by doing better for the brand.
You sold the
okay.
share. It's theirs now. Whoever bought it. Why do I give a fuck? I'm retired. Fuck you money.
I
Yachts
wonder if
whenever
there's
I want.
contract stuff where like he has to operate in a certain way because he's so inexplicably linked. To
Yeah.
Tied to the brand. I wouldn't be surprised if he's like, yo, you got to at least fight one more time.
You
I
can't
mean,
do this kind of thing. Like, I don't know. I wonder if there's some
If
contingency.
you didn't sell, I completely understand what you're saying.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, yo, I got to win so people keep buying this alcohol. And that's where I'm making the most money on is the alcohol.
Mm-hmm.
But if he did sell and there are no contingencies baked into the contract, you're crazy. Or I got to respect you the most because you love this fighting shit. Like, you love this.
Yeah.
It's not about the money. Like Mayweather had to fight to reach that level of wealth because he didn't have other brands that he was really building
Right.
when you think about it, right? Like he had the money team, the clothing, but we're not talking about like a 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, $100 million clothing brand here. He really didn't have that many endorsements either,
Yeah.
right? Like Mayweather was kind of, maybe it was his own decision, but he was also kind of untouchable, I guess. He made his own investments,
Yeah.
but he didn't have an alcohol brand that he built from zero
Yeah.
to
I think this
100
is
million.
before athletes really started doing that.
Maybe. Yeah, maybe. But still, like, oof.
There's no reason to fight.
Okay, what else? Anything else? President of Haiti assassinated?
Yep.
That's kind of wild.
Wild, bro.
I mean, that's just wild. Like, you don't see a lot of presidential assassinations these days, man. Like, that's wild.
Yeah.
What happened?
So apparently there were just like 7 dudes pulled to his place last night, shot him. Like his wife, the first lady, was also injured. So like she's in the hospital, but I don't know what her state is.
Jesus.
But now like the prime minister of the country is now taking over as like ruler for the time being. But like apparently the guy that was elected out, but kind of stayed in for like a year. And there were like mad protests leading up to this, and people wanted him to get out. And so it's like, was there a coup from the inside?
It was on some dictator shit.
Was he on some dictator shit? Like, I don't know if Haitians really liked him that much. But long story short, I think Kodak's got to go over and take it.
Kodak got it.
Yo, he'll bring ACs.
what
Y'all
I'm
probably
saying.
ain't got air
That
conditioners.
is Kodak's for the taking. Like, he's the biggest Haitian I know. I don't know any other famous Haitian people. So just go over there and be like, yeah, that's mine now.
Yo.
Run the country. He seems like a nice guy. He's giving people ACs.
Yo,
I think he'd do a good job.
I mean, that's a fire flex, handing out ACs.
Bruh.
Not turkeys. ACs,
Yeah.
bruh.
incredible.
That's a fire
I mean, that's a Haitian ass kid though. He's like, yeah, I know what you guys need.
Yeah. Oh, fuck, dude.
And he didn't even stage it too, because usually when you would do that, the boxes will be empty, and you just like go into the houses and you look cool while doing it. This motherfucker is like suffering, holding the
Lifting
shit.
it.
His pants is falling down. He's barely making it to the door, shit like that. Like you could tell, the motherfucker just went to a store, picked up some ACs, and just started going to houses. Yeah.
Shit, man. I don't know. It is weird it is weird to hear about an assassination.
Yeah,
It had to be something on the inside, because I'm sorry, you can't kill sitting presidents like that.
Yeah.
Bro. It's just not anymore.
Yeah.
Not anymore. Technology is too good.
Too many cameras, too many everything. Like
Yeah, like, or you can do it, but you're gonna risk your life as well. Like those 7 dudes are done
yeah.
if it wasn't on the inside. But they had to be connected to his
Or
protection. Go.
you're not cool with the boys.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Gaddafi. What's the other dude? Saddam.
Yeah, Saddam.
We take motherfuckers out if you ain't cool with the boys.
Oh
Yeah.
shit! You think he was giving some pushback against America?
I mean, I don't know though, because I don't know what
doubt
like Haiti's like cultural influence.
Yeah,
is,
what's the
or
threat level there?
Yeah.
What resources they have? Is that, like,
Well, he could be dancing with the devil, bro. Like he could be doing some deals with China,
Some
and we're like,
voodoo?
we don't do that.
Mm.
No, not voodoo.
If that was a deal, we would kill ourselves. We do deals with China.
What you mean?
We be doing business with China all the time.
Yeah, but what we've been trying to do is like carve out certain spots of the world. Like we're trying to not let China have any influence in South America. And that was the whole thing with like the wars that we were, well, I don't even know if you want to call them wars, but like when we were like basically giving weapons and guns to like Nicaragua and shit like that, we're basically like fighting communist regimes there. We're
Right.
like, let's keep communism out of the
Yeah.
West. So if China wants to put some influence, you know how China's going to Africa.
Yeah.
They want that same influence in the Caribbean. They want it in South America.
Yeah. So I'd be curious to know if there's like a coup thing going on.
And if I'm China, I'm going to the most, for lack of a better word, desperate country.
Yeah.
Right?
The most
'Cause-
corrupt, because like if you're just giving them money, just like just bend over. Come with us.
And it's like, maybe, and I don't know this guy, I don't know his history, what he does, good or bad shit, but it's like, oh, wow, you're going to give me all this money and I can help my people? I need to take that money. America, you're not giving me the money.
I mean, that's how they convince them.
That's how they convince him.
Yeah.
And now all of a sudden you got some influence in there. Now all of a sudden you got some spies and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, it could be dangerous.
I mean, it's also super close to America. Like,
Yeah, a little too close for comfort, yo.
but if China can get buddy, like do some Cuba shit with Haiti, I mean, who knows?
Me no likey.
Who knows?
Me no likey. All right, shall we do some Petrione questiones?
Yes, sir.
Okay. First one's from Haas.
We got
Hey
Hoss.
guys, let's have a question. Do you guys see? And I know soccer is boring as shit. I won't even bet on it if you fucking pay me to. You guys see Germany versus fucking England, and the coach is picking and licking. He's picking and licking his fucking bookers. Man, he's not even picking and flicking. Like he doesn't have class like Andrew picking and flicking. He's
you.
picking and licking
Thank
the
you.
whole fucking game. That's why they lost. That's just my point of view. And if I see another fucking who's that brown doctor, Tanish, whatever. If I see another question, just get to the point, man. Get to the fucking point. God.
Yo, free Tagel, dog.
Yo, free Tejal Nayak, bro. But that guy is wild.
But this is the video he's talking about. So it's the German dude. He's
Okay,
picking his
picks it.
nose.
Ah.
Yo, y'all
That's
hating, bro.
That's
Y'all
Joaquin.
hating, bro.
That's Joaquin, legend. He does that. They caught him also doing that to his pits, where
Yeah.
you're like
Oh,
digging
yeah,
his
yeah.
pits and like, yeah.
That's what you want in a coach, though. I feel like that's someone that's like aware, like using all their senses, like
100%.
yeah,
Using
100%.
resources.
not afraid to like get in there and like.
And you
Of
can tell
course
if
you
you're healthy or
nasty
not.
motherfuckers would like this shit.
No, but like, you know how you have to look at a dog's shit to know if it's sick or not?
Yeah.
That's what we can do with our boogers. Like, if you taste your booger and it's like too salty, then there's an issue. You might have diabetes.
Yeah, you don't do that if you like scratch your balls. You don't smell it one time.
Oh, 100%.
That's smell is different than taste.
No, it's not. No, it's not. Now
No,
let's make a
it's-
caveat.
Taste-
smell is different from taste.
Taste is actually
Case
better.
it's more effective.
No,
I'll
but
taste, then I'll smell.
Yeah.
you're increasing your chance of getting sick because like your boogers are meant to catch like fucking germs and shit like that, and you're
I was
just
talking
putting
about
it.
scratching the balls.
No, I'm talking about the boogers, the eating the booger shit. Yeah.
You don't lick your nuts after to see if they're
Yeah, you never do that? Like, you never, like, suck your nuts?
I'll do that for my boys. Like my boys, like, yo, like, do I smell weird? I'll be like, let me get a lick.
Yeah, just one tiny little
Yeah.
lick.
I
You
won't
never
lick
done
his.
that,
I
dude?
won't lick his balls. 'Cause that's weird. But I will scoop and lick.
You never, like, worked out hella hard and then, like, sit back on your shoulders with your legs up and just let your ball sweat drip into your mouth?
let that duck sauce just pop in there. You never done
Do
that?
that?
Yeah.
You've never done that? You never had a little truffle butter for lunch?
Yeah.
You never. You've never done that one time?
So you guys are disgusting. bro.
All right. Well, I hope that answered
Wow.
your question, man. Okay, I like that guy. That guy's fucking hairy though. Holy shit, dude. Yo, what is it? Hoss. Hoss not playing it. That guy is Namibian. Bro. Hoss got all the testosterone. That's
Yeah.
full T. That guy.
Yeah,
That's a
100%.
full T man right
No,
now.
not
100%.
one drop of estrogen.
Not a single drop of that shit. I mean, that is. He might just be full hair in his face, bro. Like
Yeah.
he might be Beast. I think he might be Beast from X Games, bro. X Men.
Oh, Sean White.
Nah, but that motherfucker is full testosterone. That's an alpha male right there. You see him bully Tasia Knight?
Yeah, dog.
For no
Tasia got to
reason.
come through.
Bro, Tasia was probably, he became a doctor.
Right? Just in time.
Bro, Tasia
Tasia
became a doctor
Naya.
to get away with this shit.
But nah, it's not happening. Not when you got the alpha.
Right.
Guys, it's Tejo Nike. My question for you guys this week is, do you think a versus battle, but for comedy, meaning 20 jokes for one comedian versus 20 jokes for another comedian, could be something that works out?
Oh.
Yo, he got to the point mad quick. I don't
Yeah,
know what
that
the
was
hell
pretty
was talking
good.
about.
Yeah, it was. I think they talked before. I think they beefed.
They might have
Yeah,
beefed
off cam.
before. Yeah. Tasia is yeah. I'm looking at him more often. I like that kid.
Bro, he's a great guy.
That's an adorable kid.
He's a sweetheart.
But wait, what does he say? We kind of have that. We have like a roast battle.
Yeah.
So it would be like jokes on each other, roast battle, that kind of thing.
Yeah, I think that's the best way to do it.
But what if it's
Yeah.
not jokes to each other?
It's jokes to the audience.
Yeah. So you got like a 5-minute bit, 5-minute bit. Go head to head.
I think it depends, right? Because it's like, it depends the comedy that you're doing, right? That's why I was always kind of against these like comedy competitions.
Yeah.
Because a lot of times they're like likability competitions, but if your comedy is pissing the audience off,
Yeah.
or part of the audience off, or like creating that kind of tension, like Patrice O'Neal's not winning a fucking comedy competition, but he's the funniest person there.
That's a good point.
So
And it's
like,
1 minute usually, which is like you got to have like a one-liner guy can get off 3 of those, 3 jokes, and just fucking win.
So if you're a
the
super
first one.
likable one-liner guy,
It's over.
you're gonna win.
yes, and that would be really cool. Like one-liner guys going up against each other.
Yeah.
Yo, one-liner joke competition could be really fun.
One-liner versus.
Yeah, that's actually cool. There's gonna be some. I gotta figure it out. I'll put my mind on it, but there's gonna be a way to like do an album or do features or something like that. I haven't figured it out just yet, but I'm gonna guess something. Okay, next question.
Yo, what's up, Flagrant 2? My question is, have you guys heard about this new crypto called Moonrabbit? If you haven't, I suggest you look it up because I think it's going to be the new Bitcoin.
Oh
Owns
shit.
Moonrabbit, this kid.
Yeah, this seems like a pump and dump scheme, but we're gonna play into it. No, I haven't heard of Moonrabbit, and I don't want to know about it, and I hope that it flops. To be honest, because I don't own any of it. And I was talking to my boy last night, who's like my crypto guy, and Nils.
Yeah.
And he was like, "Bro, this is just the cycle. You just sit in this thing.
Yes,
it always
exactly.
happens. And it's like, right now, people are scared. Eventually, they forget that they were scared, and then they start investing again, and then the momentum starts to go that way.
Yeah.
So it's just shift the momentum, and some people can kind of plan these things, time these things, and that's how you make money in this game.
Yeah.
But he's like, yeah, just sit on it. It will come back. So we'll see what happens. I hope he's right, even though I hope he's not, but I hope he's right. I need it to come back one more time. So I can get out.
What up, Flagrant 2 Podcast and Asshole Army? My name is Terry. I'm 20 years old, and I'm also currently 20 minutes late for my job right now. Thank God I'm leaving soon. But just wanted to know what tips you guys had to moving to New York City. I am a native of New York. I come from Queens, but I'm moving back now that I'm at the age where I can. And I just wanted to know if you guys had any advice or thoughts. I know Mark is the youngest one, so he's around my age, and I wanted to know if he specifically had any tricks to it, if he has like a roommate, or if you guys have any money saving tips that you guys wanted to hand out to people. But yeah, just wanted to move back home, so I wanted to know if you guys had any thoughts.
Oh, that's sweet, man.
Yeah,
That's
man.
sweet.
That was just adorable.
Yeah. I wonder where he's moving from.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, what about money saving tips for New York?
Don't move here. You're gonna save money.
Yeah.
Your rent will get. I don't want to. Okay, your rent will get cheaper. Not cheaper, but the
Less.
value of the property that you live in will increase disproportionately to the price the longer you live here. So you'll pay the most money for the shittiest place when you first move here, and within 5 years you'll have the best value for not that expensive.
Yeah.
So you just have to accept that you're going to like overpay. You're going to be paying a premium for things initially as you get things hooked up and together and meet people and find the right restaurants. And okay, here's this sushi spot. It's actually better than the most popular one, and it's cheaper.
And you
like,
get a buddy that found a sick place, and
Yeah.
you move in with him, and yeah.
Astoria is a decent place to move. It's safe. It's nice. It's relatively cheap.
yeah.
And it's like close to train.
This is the
Close
worst time
Times
to
Square
move
and
to
shit.
New York because the rents are crazy right now. It's like the whole world is moving
Doug
back.
was so traumatized.
Yeah, it's
I'm being destroyed, but I have an expectation of what I'm going to move into. So I can give my little easy tips like City Bike subscriptions. You should get one of those.
City Bike is great.
Learn how to cook.
Get a pret-a-manger, which they have like 30 spots around the city. For $10 a month, you get unlimited coffees like on every hour, and then $20 a month for like the higher end like espressos with all the milk. So that's like, I did it. I have so much value out of that. So that's an easy way to save. Like you probably get coffee 2-3 times a day.
Yep,
That's
truffle.
like
$3-4. That's a great truffle. One of the
Good
best
truffle.
truffles. But then
Strong
also
truffle.
just try to save as much money to where you can live without working for like 3 months, maybe more.
Yeah.
Like at least 3 months.
Yeah.
So like have a buffer where you're just like assume you're not gonna be employed, assume you're gonna be like screwed over for.
Be on time to that job. You can't lose it right now.
Go to work.
Get a roommate.
Yeah. That's
You're
a
20 years old. Get 5 roommates in a
Slum it.
2-3 bedroom and make it work. Stretch your money.
Any other questions? I think we got. Do we have one more?
Yeah, well, I think 2 more maybe.
I like that guy. I don't know his name.
What's up, Asshole Army? It's Brian, the executive chef of Flagrant 2.
Yes.
And not really a question, more of an announcement. Akaash shared the story over 2 years ago of me and my wife losing our daughter. And the Army showed up in a way that was completely surprising, and I didn't even think was possible. And, you guys showed me and my wife so much love and support in one of the worst times of our life. I thought it's kind of fitting to share with you guys, some news about one of the best things in our life. About a month ago, my wife and I welcomed in a little baby boy, Russell. Future asshole right there. You guys are the best. Keep it up. Stay tight. Peace.
That's dope.
That's amazing, dude. Yeah, he was like not sure if he should send a video, and I was like, dude, absolutely. The Army would love to see that. If you guys are newer to the podcast, that's a friend of mine who lost his daughter a couple years ago, and then I remember we just they had a GoFundMe link, and then the assholes came through, but her parents were like, hey, this money's really great. Just quick question. What is an asshole army? Because we're getting a lot from them. But it's just so dope they all support it, and then it's so good to see him kind of coming back a little bit.
How beautiful is that?
Yeah, that's what's up.
Yeah.
Damn.
Good for you, man. That makes me so happy. That is so sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah, they had this absolutely tragic situation. I think the child had cancer, right?
No, she was born with a rare liver abnormality, and they did surgery to correct it. But then somehow the scar tissue connected itself to her small intestines, and then it got twisted up, and then everything that was inside her stomach essentially just
oh gosh.
Ruptured. Yeah, small intestine ruptured. All the toxins went in her body. Hospital, I think, fucked up big time because they didn't do a CAT scan right away. They went home that night, and then the next day they came back to the hospital. It was just too late. We miss you, Hannes, for whatever that's worth. But it's just to see somebody go through that.
Yeah.
Was the fucking worst thing I've ever seen anyone go through.
Jesus.
I mean,
And
some
it's
people
just
don't
so
come back.
cool that-
You go through that kind of tragedy.
It's amazing him and his wife stayed together. They really made it a point to be there for each other and do all the grief counseling and shit like that. And then the army really did come through, and it really was helpful in the worst time any human being can go through.
Yeah, it's just so cool, man. I remember that we were in the old studio.
Yeah.
And I remember this being one of those moments where it's we've got this really tight knit listenership, and everybody's been out here for each other. And then you suggested why don't we just show some love? At least I think it was just just show some love. Let them know that there's other people out there thinking about you. And
I remember him talking on the message boards with other assholes, and some of the shit he was saying was so heart wrenching to read, but it was so cool to see other people talking to him and stuff like that.
Well, that makes me so happy.
Yeah,
Look
man.
at that.
Love
That's
you, Brian.
beautiful. Love you, Brian.
Love you, bro.
Love you, Tan. Love you, Mark.
Congratulations on everything, man. What an amazing comeback. Good for you, man. That makes me really happy. And assholes, shouts to y'all, man, for coming through to something you didn't even know. That is a really cool thing to do. Anyway, I think that I don't think we can top that.
Yeah.
That's great. Let's leave it on that. Guys, thank you so much for listening. Thank you so much for spreading the word. We love you. We appreciate you. And we will see you next week.
God bless.
Peace.